Alright, we're looking for bikers, we're looking for walkers. We got to be careful. There's a lot of meat on the street. Here we go. We're underway. Happy Rotten Tooth Thursday. Oh boy. We must have a school bus down here. The last day of school. Be true to your school. Just be a freaking fool. Be true to your school. You freaking fool. Please hit the like button. Please take a second to like up the stream. It is appreciated. I don't have any channel memberships, no GoFundMes, no Patreons. Just you and your thumbs up. That's the only membership we've ever had. Always have, always will. All content for all the people, all the time. Just the way YouTube used to be. So whatever gratuities you choose to bestow on the channel, thank you very much. It is very appreciated, and happy Thursday to all of you. It has been a hell of a day, an hour and a half at the dentist today. And let me tell you, it was a barn burner. It was a barn burner. For that reason alone, should be a thumbs up today as we get over the road, trucking on the way today. So I really don't know how long I'm going to be on today, because the guys, it was a barn burner today. It was like, ooh, oh my, ooh. Oh, not good. All right, so please tap the like button. We got 40 people in here, and we only got 40 thumbs up. So what am I doing wrong, huh? What am I doing wrong? I'm enjoying life. I'm taking the pain. What a job, man. What a job today. So I can't see anybody right now, but I will say hi to everybody in a couple minutes. I'd like to think the worst is over. It's a shitstorm today. In a lot of ways, we got Elon and President Trump going at it. I bust up your boy in the White House. I take back your rocket. You come back and want to give more dope? I bust up your mule boy. What a day. It's the night for a few beers tonight. All right, watch the kid. I'm crossing here. Here we go. Let's see, we got one spot in the shade here, semi. Ain't bad. I bust up your boy. Alright, let's get you. Guys better monitor me in case I fall down. It's been a shaky day. Shaky day. bust up your boy. I steal all your dope. And you come back with more dope? Oh, that's not exactly correct. This isn't dope. Boom. All right, let's see what we got here. Let's make sure we're not going to smash somebody and make somebody's day here. You can imagine the insurance claim. Running over a kid in the parking lot. Oh, Johnny, Federico had his whole life ahead of him. He snuffed it out just because of a cup of coffee. I think that you were drinking. I don't think it showed up on the breathalyzer, but I think you were drinking. So let me see if I get this right. I bust up your mule boy. I steal all your dope. And you come back here with more dope. Oh, man. I will say hi to everybody in a couple minutes. It's been a hellacious day in the dental chair. 1.5 hours today. I'm on some little bit of ibuprofen now. But he busted up your boy today. Busted up your boy. Busted up your boy. Tomorrow is Friday, thank goodness. We can put this week behind us and move on. At the end of the week, we've got victory. We got the cat, our three-legged wonder. We got your busted up boy here. Busted up boy. It's like don't bite down on anything today. I mean, what the hell does that mean? Don't bite, you know. Don't bite the big one today. Oh man, if I don't get a piece soon, let me tell you, spring is in the air and all the freaks are everywhere. I don't know if I believe it, but that tooth of mine is freaking unbelievable. And he had to cut away a lot of the gum and bone, and boy, that hurts like a mofo. Do, 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 do. Drilling is in the air. Do, 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 do. That smoke is flying everywhere. And that spray is coming. Oops, sorry, my friend had got caught. Now we take the gum. You will feel pressure on your gum. Next we got Rotten Tooth Thursday. We got that clown show going in Washington. Man, just once I would like to make this light. Just one time, and of course we didn't make it. There we go. All right. I'm going to say hi to everybody one time when I get over here. I'm a little woozy today. How are you doing today? How are you feeling? Is everything okay after the procedure? Everything. I feel like Billy Bob Thornton. What do you get for bread drive? I really need a vacation. But love is in the air. It is Love in the Air Thursday, the 5th of June. In the beautiful month of June. June is busting out all over. Yeah, let's make sure we don't hit anybody. Let's get parked in. Okay, let's see if this person's gonna block the intersection. We don't know. We're gonna turn in. There we go. We got that beautiful Lance truck camper. I hope that guy's got a diesel on that. Somebody got a new Silverado truck there. I'm still coughing up all that crap flying down your throat. Oh. Does anybody out there still love the Rosie? Okay, we're deep in the hole here. I'm digging it right there. All right, who are we saying hi to? Today we've got Shimei. Hello, Shimei. Ronnie, how are you? We got Noreen. Nice to see you, Noreen. We got Basic Bob. What's going on? Nice to see you. Alan Gentry, hello to you. Jimmy the Hobo, what's that leaderboard about? I don't know, Jimmy. The people that comment the most. Alan Gentry, Callie Mo, how are you? South Valley, that's a big smile. What's going on? Classic, hello. Yeah, we're trying not to pop people out of the chat. The other wrist surgery is August 7th. Yeah, the bromance is over. That's it. August 7th. So everybody will be right. Yeah, it's something new from YouTube. Yeah, the bromance is over, Jimmy. Jimmy's immediately taken number 2 position. Yeah, we're going to talk about that today. I got a lot of mail. Hello, Lurker. I told you something last week. And I'm always ahead of the curve. Everybody knows in here. Hello, Daniel. Nice to see you. We got Callie Mo. I don't rate it. Shimei's like, I'm not going to work that hard. You know, yeah, I always like to say hi to everybody because they don't have to be here. Hey, Naomi, how are you? It's nice to see Jimmy. Thank you, Jimmy. I appreciate that. We're going to talk about that today. And if you guys aren't, oh, come on, Noreen, you didn't know what happened to my tooth? If you don't, make sure to put Jimmy's channel link in here, please. It's a horror story today. It was an absolute horror story. Don't block the sidewalk. Did I forget? Douche, how are you? Ralph Perry, hello. We got the lovely Naomi here. Miss Tennessee, Lucky Schmitz. All right, the points of articulation. I like that name. We have to articulate. Okay, guys, let's get set. Let's get the window down. We got a lot to talk about. A lot of people texted me today. Are you okay? You know, how'd the dental procedure go? It was brutal, guys. I'm not gonna lie to you. It was brutal. Hour and a half. I'm there about there at 8:45 today. I get in the chair and they got to take an impression of your mouth and all this stuff, and then they use some kind of weirdo little laser thing that goes around. It does a 3D mapping of your gums and your teeth in the area where you're going to get the cap. So it makes a perfect model of that. But it's like a Geiger counter. They got to go around and do, I don't know what the hell they do. And then the doctor comes in. It's a big payday today, so he's actually got a smile on his face. So he gets that big ass needle, that big thing. They put that tube of that joy juice in it, that lidocaine. Now, why did I do this? What? Now, Noreen says, what happened? Noreen, last week I've been eating a lot of those clays, hard candies, the lemon, the green apple, the cherry, and I get about halfway through them all the time, and then I just bite down and crunch them. Well, I wasn't even eating one of them, and like Wednesday last week, I'm biting down on a piece of bread, and all of a sudden I'm like, damn, man, did I put a piece of metal go into the bread or something? And I come to see that it's part of my tooth. Scam hand surgery. That's it, scam hand surgery. Does that look like a scam right there? So I figured, well, I make an appointment and I go in last week, and the doctor's like, oh my friend, looking at the x-ray, it's not looking good. You have shadowing in that area. It means you have a cavity. I'm not sure if you're going to need. I said, can't you just put something on the corner of it, like build it up, get a little of that plastic resin, get the blue light. Oh no, my friend, that's I would lose my license. You know me, I was ready to go home and get some JB Weld 2-part, mix it up and just jam it in, and that's it, right? I did that before. Remember, my crown came off about 7 years ago, and in the kitchen I took the crazy glue, Gorilla Glue, and I just kind of glued it and put it back on. Thus saving myself about $300. So he said, no, you got to come back. We're not going to know if you need a root canal. We don't know how deep the cavity is. So he injects me up today. I mean, we're talking about some pretty big money. We're talking about well into the 4 figures here, okay? So he injects me with the joy juice, and I'm pretty numb, and then he goes in there. You guys know the drill, get it? You guys know the drill. Hey, May. Hey, Ralph, how are you? Yeah, the Gorilla Glue. Don't you remember I did that corkscrew? How are you? What's going on? I figure they just use cement to put it in anyway. I just take Gorilla Glue and jam the thing. Thing was just on the counter in the kitchen, and I just cleaned it up a little bit, poured a little alcohol on it, dried it out good, glued her up, and popped her in. I'm good to go. Crunching cans with my can crusher. So he's like drilling away. Everybody's really, we're listening to him. And, he's getting deeper, man. I can tell we're deep. We're not Grand Canyon, but we're pretty deep right in there. So he stops, and then he levels that up. He didn't immediately say I needed a root canal. He said, if it starts to give you pain in a couple days, then you're going to need a root canal. That's when the real fun began. Because this little chip off the corner of the tooth, because it went below the gum level too, that's an upcharge, right? Because they literally have to cut away part of your gum and bone so that when they take the crown impression, that it'll fit on and it won't get held up by the gum. In other words, it's got to be seated below the gum level. So he's taking this, I don't know, it's a little U-shaped thing, and he's just pushing as hard as you can, and you can feel part of your gum like click in, gone, pull it away, pull in some more. Oh man, I mean, you want to talk about fun at the dentist today. So then he leaves. He tells the girl, fit up a temporary. They were very good. They were very, very good. She fits up a temporary. She puts it on the tooth. She tells me to bite down. I bite down. The thing explodes. She's like, "Oh no, it broke." I should have told you. She's like, it's my fault. I should not have told you to bite down so hard. Right. So she had to take 15 minutes and make a new little temporary one. And I got out of there at like 11, 10:30 or something like that. You ain't gonna give me the dentures. Not me, John. I need to have my tooth. I've seen, yeah, it was bad, Calimo. It was a bloody mess, right? I mean, but what are you gonna do? But I've always kept them. I have all my teeth. They have a lot of crowns, but they're all my teeth because I've seen a lot of people when they get older and the dentistry, the teeth start to fail, then all of a sudden it becomes a quality of life issue, and it starts to affect the heart because it's a very strong connection between tooth decay and heart disease. So I've always kind of taken care of it. Yeah, Jaws, dun 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 dun. So, the important questions, Corky comes in. Can I still drink Bud Light? I can. Can I drink Busch Light? Yes, I don't drink Bud Light anymore. It had nothing to do with Dylan Mulvaney, and I was already off of Bud Light years ago. So I go back on June 26th for the coronation, the placing of the crown. And that should pretty much be it for a while. How you doing, Gabe? What's going on? Say the N-word. Nice. N-I-C-E. How was that? I said the N-word. All right. You know, what is this guy's name? Gabe, I grew up in Baltimore City, and from the time I could crawl, all I heard was the N-word in the hood, in the house, amongst people. It left a very bad impression on me. All right. And I said I would never be that person in life. And you know, there's only one time I ever used it on YouTube. I was drunk as a skunk with terror, and we were talking about Gone with the Wind or something like that. And I was talking about one of the servants or something and the N-word. Well, I really felt bad about that. But calling it a house N, you know. But I own that, and I apologized for that. But yeah, we just don't go there here. I mean, it's 2025. It's not 1925. It's not. You know, we're just, you know, when in the hell are we ever going to move past it, right? Let's see. I walked my sister through buying $12,000 worth of silver today. Hello, Ralph Perry. How are you? You know what? We've been right as rain, Corky. And I have gotten emails from people who thanked me over the last years that have taken very large silver positions, even back at $31, $28, and in that area, significant positions. And then today, as I told you, when silver moves, it moves big. It doesn't move and just boom, it's all there. And over the last day in particular, we've gone up $3. We've gone up 10%. Do I think that this is the end of the silver move? I do not. I think that we're going to be taking out $50 an ounce, and then beyond that, pick a number. I don't know. Typing it in chat, you read it out loud. Yeah, somebody was typing in chat, and I read. For some reason, yeah, Ronnie, I took responsibility. I said, if I repeated what they said, I used that. I had the N-word. I felt really bad about it, right? Because I didn't even remember the next day, and then you know, they stuck it up on YouTube, and I'm like, wow, okay, you know, that's me. I did, and I just felt bad. But as far as silver is concerned, you guys now have a very good idea of the instability that is descending on our nation and in the world right now. And it's not the kind of situation that makes me adverse to silver. It actually makes it much more attractive. Let's see, Dan, it is on the block list. Oh, is this the day your dad passed away, Naomi? God rest in peace. He rest in peace. So that completes the dental work for a while. It's gonna be a painful tonight. I don't know how long I'm gonna try to have. I'm not gonna have any peanuts tonight, obviously, or anything like that. I might get a burger and fries. I just haven't really decided yet what I'm gonna do. I'm just really happy tomorrow returns to normal programming. I can cut the grass tomorrow and move forward. What is today then, Naomi? Birthday? Procter & Gamble laying off a lot. Procter & Gamble's laying off people, and they're closing up some. There's a lot of layoffs going on. We have almost 250,000 jobless claims this week. And you can't really be surprised because AI is taking over a lot of the. The boss can just ask AI, and the AI is probably going to be smarter than you would be. So you got to go in the AI, and the AI stays. Oh, your dad's name was Ralph. Okay, all right, I got it. So anyway, Corky, I've had a lot of people on me about silver, and they've noticed that gold hasn't really moved as silver. Well, it's kind of catch-up time. We kind of knew that once they lifted the forward contract selling off of silver, then it would uncap it. Now, as far as how high it goes, I don't know. They took bond rates down, interest rates down pretty sharply, but then today they started rising back up again. It's it's impossible, and we've got the president that's yelling at the Federal Reserve chairman that basically, you dummy, why aren't you cutting rates and stuff? Because the guy can't cut rates. The markets tell him don't cut rates. Did they like you? Got this white boy sitting in the chair there. What the hell's not to like? Right? We're just slapping skin. We're having a great time. Hey, doctor, how you doing? Of course the girls love me in there, we're just laughing, we're cutting up between the pain and all that. So we've been very, I'm on a good run right now. The accuracy has really been on in terms of things that I predicted, the Federal Reserve buying our own debt, silver prices going up, precious metals prices going up, the interest rates refusing to go down. So we've been on a pretty good roll lately. Will it last? I don't know. But we're coming to a point of destabilization now, where you see these blow-ups like occurred over the last couple days between Trump and Elon Musk, and also some of the senators. What's the other thing I said last week, Shimei? I said this is the era of nastiness is underway. All the low-hanging fruit has now been picked. The easy things that could be done, the executive orders, but I don't think this big beautiful bill. I think that a lot of the senators are going to start to run for cover now. I just don't think they're going to have the votes to push this thing over the top. That doesn't mean it's dead forever. Maybe they kick it back and say you got to do this, you got to do that, or whatever. But I think the climate for the most stuff to be done. We know, Lurker, it's not surprising. They both have egos as big as the moon. Both of them do. All right? Both of them do. So they need their own peacemaker now to bring them back together, which I'm sure will happen. Because Elon got a lot of value stripped off of his company today, and they're talking about canceling. And he said, you know what, I'm just going to pull the Dragon X from the portfolio of U.S. Rocketry. And basically, y'all can go F yourself. Reducing defense. I got Chinese food from Bamboo here in Oakdale. Quality, a lot of stuff has, Naomi. You're very adventurous. The only place I want to get Chinese food is down in Las Vegas. I want to go back and have another crap, but the season will be over by that time. I think we'll have more to say. There will be more to say, Lurker, but you have two people with very big egos. Trump's big, beautiful bill doesn't really, in my opinion, it just kicks the can down the road so that he's not in office. All of a sudden we've stopped talking about a third term, and I think he knows that it's just too big a mountain to climb. We're too deep into it. We're too deep into it as a nation, and as a result, we just I hate to say it, we just go down with the ship. That's the way it goes. So we took a shot, we came up to bat, and now the resistance is coming. I like it when people get along, but you can't. I told you guys from the get-go that Elon Musk has no filter. If it comes into his mind, he says it. So you can say what you want about the guy. You can say, number one, he's created a tremendous amount of wealth for people and for this nation. And number two, he just speaks what's on his mind. He doesn't filter himself. And a lot of times that's worked to his detriment. Socially, I don't know how he balances off all these kids and these, I don't know whether to call them surrogates or whatever the hell they are. There's one in Japan now or something. I don't know. Might as well reduce. We couldn't afford to fight if we went into the country's broke. Yeah, neither one of them. That's what I'm saying. He just tells the truth, Lurker. That's all he can do. I don't know whether it's Asperger's he has or whatever, but he just tells it like it is. And I think he sat there at the White House, and I think he said, I busted my ass for 6 weeks, 2 months, and we busted up your budget, and we did all these cuts, and here comes this bill along that I finally took a good look at, and it's not going to help the deficit. It's not going to help the debt in the long run. With that, I think probably, I want to say maybe 2 or 3 Republican senators have now probably passed over to the no side on that particular bill. People were crowing about our trade deficit shrank, but our imports shrank dramatically. Exports were up 3.9%, but so whatever you're getting on the tariffs and stuff, it's we're racking up much more than that in interest rate charges. People that are on the spectrum, that they are, yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah. Well, I think Elon just says it right. I think Elon Musk just puts it out there and let the chips fall where they may. But it shows you he was coming out with the fake chainsaw and all this shit. But everybody knew that guy wasn't going to last. The black budget. You know what, Dr. Frankenstein? I've said this for years. 3 years ago, I started talking about 2 years really hitting it hard that gold, precious metals are telling us something. I was one of the early people to beat the drum on that precious metal back at 25, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34. Precious metals, gold at $800, $900, $1,000, $1,500, $2,000, $2,500, $3,000. rather than have people focus on the profits of precious metals, I've tried to get people to think about why this is happening. What is it that's going to come out like nuclear one day and just go off like a bomb? And I don't know what it's going to be. Is it going to be some type of currency thing? Hey, Maggie. And I've tried to prep people. Does having money go to your head? I think it does, Duncan. Little get high on getting magic mushrooms. Military 100%. These are buying my bag and that. I don't know how low it was. Classic. I don't know. But it's saying 99.99% of the people didn't buy any precious metals. But that's when you're out on the bow of the ship and things don't immediately happen. People lose faith and stuff. You got to take a very long perspective. It's like right now. Do I like the shape of the future for companies? Shit, look at this craziness with tariffs right now. You got to have a lot of faith that shit's going to be squared away in a reasonable manner. These companies, it's impossible to do any planning now. We have growing numbers of layoffs and rising unemployment. To me, it's not the best environment to be holding equities, to be honest with you. It's like, I think all the surprises from here on out are going to be on the downside. And I really believe that with all my heart, because we're sailing into uncharted waters as a nation here. And the need for money is going to be terrific. And I don't know where it's going to come from. Not right now. Very, very finicky. In what way? Lovely one. Make sure you're subscribed too. We've been doing this stuff for years, between having fun and bullshitting and drinking and cutting up. We tell you some serious shit here. So I'm not saying stuff can't go higher, but shit, you're priced for absolute perfection. Nothing better go wrong. Like one of these birds like Amazon better not come out and say, oh shit, right, our cost structure just got too high. Our profitability's on the downswing now. They want to start drone deliveries. Imagine that, dumping that in the front yard of the Rancho, and everybody and his brother just be following the drones around wherever they drop the packages. Lost all again. Yeah, I think he'll keep his cut. They'll cool off, right? People that only listen to they're always done it. Yeah. Overinflated money from sea shit is crashing. What's really crashing is you have to understand a little bit about Keynesian economic theory, and Lord Maynard Keynes developed a theory in the 1920s. He was made a lord, a peer of the realm of Britain because he studied depressions and things like that. And he said, you know what, when shit hits the fan, you should probably spend like crazy, borrow at the government level and spend like crazy, so that you can be a stimulant to the economy when everybody else is pulling in their reins. We latched on to that big time, but we forgot the other half of his theory. The other half of the theory was, when times get good, you claw that back in taxes. We never did that. Okay, it's been a one-way trip. So what that means is we've had an economy. We used to have $100 billion deficit, then $300 billion, $500 billion, $1 trillion, $1.2 trillion, $1.6 trillion, $1.8 trillion, $2 trillion, $2.4. Think of all that money that's being spent that has no revenue behind it. Would the economy be the size it was without that spending? Of course it would. Of course it would. This is why you paid more for housing. This is why you paid more for entertainment. This is why you paid more for food, because you're competing against an overstimulated economy with a government that'll borrow or print whatever the hell it has to meet its obligations. Very simple. That's it in a nutshell. We've had a terrifically overstimulated economy. Now we're coming to the end of that, and it doesn't figure to be a soft landing. When the interest rates go up and the presses go on, there's only a one-way trip, and we all know what that is. Print money, and that's probably the message that gold and silver have been sending for years here. What's going on, Lee? Open your ears, people. Understand what's going on. Yeah, somebody write the other, oh, everything always, it'll turn out okay. Yeah, I guess they said that in the Roman Empire, the Egyptian, the age of the pharaohs. Yeah, I guess, yeah, it'll all work out. I guess they're still saying that today. What's going on, GTB? So I'm happy. Corkster's happy. So, yeah. Now we have the infighting, and we have the age of nastiness, as I called it last week. The curtain opens on the age of nastiness, where everybody's going to be jumping off the boat now. Everybody's going to be jumping off the boat. And we're buying airline. It doesn't make sense. Deja vu. I said it's the same as if you open up a lemonade stand on the corner. Lemonade for sale, 50 cents a glass, and you start taking money out of your own pocket, and you start buying lemonade. That's the equivalent. 30 years, 1 trillion now. It's 1 trillion every 3 months. So it's probably about 700 billion every quarter. But it doesn't matter what you do on the cutting spending side, Ronnie, because if interest rates go up on the borrowing side, it instantly negates it. The difference between rolling over, let's say 1/3 of the debt rolls over in a year, $10 billion. The difference between rolling that over at 4% and 5% is $100 billion. It's just, I said it's a parabolic. You cannot beat a mathematical parabolic curve. X equals y squared. That's it. Just up and up and up and up and up. Those of you who remember your analytic geometry. Had to mess Maryland soft crabs for dinner nicely. I'm jealous. So you can't cut expenses faster than the debt is being added to. I guess that's my point. So you wonder what China does. China just sits back and lets just okay, yeah, we'll get the rare earths moving again. Yeah, we had a little administrative problem, and you just play the slowdown game. It's like you're in the fourth quarter of a basketball game and you're up by 3 points or so. What do you start doing? You start throwing the ball around, shake that clock down, get off your shot. You start running the clock out. Well, they've just done their thing. It's us for years that let trade get away from us by not addressing trade imbalances before. But you can't step up to the plate and swing for the fences all at one time. It just doesn't pan out. And it just creates a whole lot of friction. And now the job losses are starting to roll in. We'll get a look tomorrow. It still might be a decent employment report for May. I don't know. Shimei probably has a better idea. She sits in that department in the state of New Jersey. And she'll probably put her link that the state of New Jersey is hiring. NBA Finals tonight. Yeah, the Oklahoma Thunder, I think, is just going to dismantle Pacers. I don't know. What do you see for the future? In which way, lovely one? That's a big question. You know, we got to really narrow that down a lot. Oh, housing. I don't know. I got some feedback before people thought I was nuts. I said, you know, in the 1930s, housing was up until the 60s or 70s, housing was never considered a good thing. To own a house, people thought was a negative because it came along with taxes. It comes along with maintenance, things that have to be paid for. So during the Great Depression, a lot of houses just fell into disrepair and they became what I called the haunted houses. You look at It's a Wonderful Life with Jimmy Stewart and the beautiful Donna, whatever the hell her name is. They're walking along holding hands and they're throwing rocks to try to break a window in the spook house. Okay, that's what real estate was. Nobody really wanted to deal with it. Okay, it's a little bit of a stickier situation now because we've had so much government money's been poured into housing, overstimulating and overproduction of housing where it's not really affordable in the economy. So it argues that with the number of people being deported from the country now, plus the number of people that are being self-deporting, plus the job losses, and like Resort World in Las Vegas just reported a horrendous quarter. Their parent company down there, Las Vegas Sands, you know, you add it all together, and you start to create a situation where housing really has to go down because there hasn't been the amount of stimulus to really offset that because we're cutting spending and stuff like that. You talk about precious. Any suggestion of investments such as antiques? So I think housing is going to start moving down here now, and the amount of vacancies is going to floor people. And the consolidation of living units again with probably have the rebirth of extended families. I said 6 months ago I did a video, there'll be a rebirth of what the hell I called it, boarding houses. Yeah, there'll be a return of boarding houses. Will be a thing again with people taking in boarders in multiple rooms and providing meals too with the roommate. Yeah, that'll be coming back again. So in a lot of ways we have an overproduction of real estate now. So I think demand has really cooled off a lot for housing. So can I buy a better house soon? Yeah, thank you, lovely one. I just try to follow the big trends, the big macro trends. And right now, I see more real estate popping on the market. I see more apartments for rent. I see more houses for rent. I see more parking on my street. I see less people over here for dinner. I observe things like that. I look at trends like that. There's a big difference between this parking lot being full and this parking lot like last night there wasn't anybody here at all. So that tells me people are kind of cutting back a bit. The other thing that works against housing too, and that you should be aware of, is we're at a very cautious time now where people are rightly concerned about AI and job losses, and Procter & Gamble comes out, they're cutting 6,000 or 7,000 people, and you're going to just hear coming up in the coming months, you're going to hear just rising numbers of layoffs. Well, people hear that news. They might not dwell on it, but they hear it in their head, and they go home and tell the wife, you know what, we really thought we were going to get a house this year, but I don't know. I'm in middle management. I do computer work, and said, I don't know. Maybe I'm targeted for elimination. Buying a house is a big leap of faith that you're going to be able to continue to pay for the house. Right? And right now, people don't have a lot of that surety that's going to be able to pan out right now. And what's weird about this is typically in the past we would have very low level layoffs. Retail stores would close or whatever. We've taken that low hang. Now we're taking the higher paying jobs. We're going after the knowledge jobs, engineering, computer software design, architecture, building, computer manufacturing, all that stuff. So you tell me, you put that all together, and you're probably looking at the mother of all stimulus bills coming down the pike in a year or so. Something that'll just be mind-blowing to people, and it'll just be the game over. Canadian real estate is upside down. Z420 on the market. Really got back what you. I'm Irish. This guy loves it. Own my land no matter. Yeah, land is good. Yeah, the boarding house thing. Some people said, well, the zoning doesn't support it, and Apple announcing new. I think it'll land with a thud on Monday. Deja vu. Have you seen or heard about the rules? No, I didn't hear anything bad. I didn't hear anything. So you put that picture all together, and yeah, you have a little cause for concern about housing and the trend to housing. Now, my place is paid for, okay? But you guys got to remember, I was there in 2011 when everybody was grabbing me by the, hands around my leg. Don't buy. It's the stupidest decision you're ever going to make. It's never going to stop falling. Don't you understand? It's over. California's dream is dead. Like, get the hell off of me. Right? Now we have a time, the polar opposite of that, where everybody thinks real estate is great. Get in there and buy. Do whatever you can. Just get in there and buy. That concerns me. But I'm also selfish in a way, because if prices went down, which they're already moving down in Las Vegas, then that would be to my benefit to get something. And believe me, we had stuff that went for $20,000 in 2011 in Vegas. Okay, I mean, shit was going down. Top 5 suggestions for when you buy there. You might be buy again in a couple of years. Yeah. What would I do? I would continue to buy silver. I wouldn't go into the collectibles market. I think this is a very defined. This has a real purpose to it. This rise. That would be number 1. Number 2, I would be investing in Swiss francs. I would probably be buying Canadian dollars. In other words, I'd be trying to get out of U.S. dollars a bit. You say, well, how do you do that? Well, I bank with Bank of America. They have a separate tab on my online banking. It says, I want to buy foreign currency. They put the amount that you want to buy and come by and pick it up the next day or whatever. Okay? I'm going to take that dump. Now, how you doing, Cobra John? What's going on? They would be my secondary suggestions on that. Other than that, I can't really, with a good heart, talk to people about real estate. I could be wrong. I tell Shimei, I tell Ronnie, always post on here. These are just my opinions. Right. I was totally wrong about Bitcoin and the way Bitcoin took off. I was right for a year, and then all of a sudden, boom! It went the other way. So, how you doing, Cindy? What's going on, babe? My third big suggestion would be like you're doing, Lee. If you have your own business on the side, you're selling fish and catching fish and stuff. That's a beautiful thing. Or you're doing part-time plumbing. I'm still doing part-time gigs myself just to put some coin in my pocket. People are always going to need to have stuff fixed and repaired. And you don't have to be a pirate and charge people out the wazoo for that. I've had a lot of expenses the last month with the tree, the mouth, it's been unbelievable, the crap, the cat. I mean, it's like it's squeezing till the pips stop squeaking, right? The pips squeak. So, but I would be looking at foreign currencies. Now that's a little worrisome in a way because you think to yourself, man, if the U.S. dollar is depreciating against the British pound and the Canadian dollar and the Swiss franc, and well, shit, what does that say about the United States compared to those nations? I mean, shit. I mean, what's the message in that? Right? We're worse than you guys? And even Japan's getting into the gig now. I never thought I would see people jumping out Japanese bonds and stuff. And I thought people were bullshitting me. And I went online, and anybody can do this. Look up Japanese real estate for sale, and you're gonna see homes in Japan for $2,000, $1,500, $10,000 US. We're talking about 3-bedroom, 2-bath homes. There was one up in Hokkaido, which is the snowy Sapporo, where the Olympics were held way back in the day. I mean, it's pretty wild. And when you think about depopulation and other stuff, it's just a bad brew all coming together right now. So I don't want to talk too much about Cindy. I'd love to give you a new life. If anybody deserves it, you do. Has the hamburger on the wall been there for 19 years? We don't know what you're talking about. I'm in BC, taking it out like whatever, not happening in this province. Economics is the big driver of social change. People can tolerate anything as long as it's not affecting their pocketbook. Once it hits their pocketbook, then all of a sudden they're out there with signs, they're out there with communist banners, they're front and center. They're right there at Occupy Wall Street. I'm not going to go down to the social stuff because, quite frankly, I don't think people are ready to hear that on here. I've always kept that back. What I think is ultimately going to happen, because what purpose does it serve? What purpose does it serve? We're a brotherhood and a sisterhood here. I'm not going to cut trail and go up to some damn cabin somewhere and like Unabomber and write some stupid manifesto and withdraw from the world. I'd rather go down with the ship. I think it's all part of the torch passing to the east now, which is understandable. Our standard of living got too high relative to Asia, and it's only natural that would level off now that deficit spending is now the cutting is the realities these days. Well, if you could, it's hard to say with renting. I mean, If you don't have the money for it, you don't rent. You move in with mom or dad or Auntie Sue or Uncle Georgie. Or you move into a boarding house. That would be beautiful for me. I even share bathrooms very well. Hey, Kitty, how are you? Anybody that can live in a hostel with 8 beds, I mean, in one room, smelly feet, you're doing all right. Doing all right. Yeah, the crystal ball has its disadvantages, exactly. Yeah, or other people start charging less for rent and stuff like that. So, I'm just the weird thing is the reason for the precious metal rise hasn't even come out yet. That's the wildest thing. I guess it has to do with the U.S. dollar. I guess that's the way I see it. But if you're in a discretionary spending place like Las Vegas, and a lot of retired people have moved there, but there's huge concerns about the source of water. Vegas pulls a lot of their water from groundwater and aquifers and things like that. They have the lowest pipe in Lake Mead. In other words, everybody else's straw will be out of the water. Theirs will still be in it. But I don't know. Is it tenable in the long haul? I don't know. Yeah, that's it, of course. I just don't know if it's tenable. A lot of retired people have moved there. The casinos are already feeling the pressure right now. They've had layoffs. Resort World, which has the big, beautiful Resort World Hotel and Casino. Beautiful. Mr. Z and I visited it 3 years ago when it first opened. Beautiful place. But they've never made a dime. They've never made a dime. Fontainebleau will never make a dime. And these have to have cash flow. They have to service their debt. So what do? When times are good? Yeah, it's great to have that marginal hotel, that next hotel casino. It's next to the convention center. We get it. But when the process reverses and less people start coming to Vegas, as they are now from overseas and other places, those hotels work like a lever to push down prices on other properties because, well, we've got to have heads in the beds. So whatever it takes, put the price where people are going to be coming in. And then now all of a sudden I see there's free parking is coming back on the strip for the summer. You're going to reverse that whole process. In 2 years, there may be the end of resort fees. You don't know. Lovely. I go with and think, what is this Rosie have to get? Yeah, well, thank you. I don't remember your lovely one, but yeah, too much overhead. Well, Bad Bunny, we don't hate people in here. Okay, there's no point of hatred. In a lot of ways, this president was bold enough to step up to the plate and try to do something that should have been done 40 years ago. And we've had many presidents, Democrat and Republican, that have come up and just got the problem to a point where somebody had to come in and do something. So no, I don't hate. I don't hate anybody on earth. Vegas Strip Hotel cut front so you are stuck with the 2-hour check-in. Well, that's been that way for 2 years. But that'll change, Gabriel. You know why? Because that'll be seen as an impediment. When times are flush and people have money, they don't care if they have to stand in line 2 hours. So what if you put a bad review on Yelp? Oh, I can't believe I stood at Caesars or Flamingo for 2 hours. And they didn't give a shit. They were just talking behind the desk, hanging out, slapping skin, partying, music on, and they don't care. They don't care. But when times get tough, when the money starts to get pinched, because before, who cared? You're going to show up anyway. You're going to be 400 people in line. You're going to wait 2 hours to check in. And you know what? So what? You put a review on Yelp, you'll be back again in 2 months. You'll be having a good time. Yeah, thank you, Cindy. So all that stuff reverses. You have to see the order things went. They thought they were going to start charging people for parking. Now up and down the street, they're putting, free parking this summer. Like they're giving you the prize, like they're giving you the blue ribbon for the prize pig at the country fair. Here you go. Nothing wrong. No, nothing wrong with protecting our border. Should have been. Nobody should have let our border. I'm confused. Do you support Trump? I don't see him helping things. Some things have been good. Some things I'm not. I definitely believe cleaning up the border, cleaning up the people that came in here illegally. I shouldn't be paying $9 billion of California taxpayers' money, which is borrowed, to pay for medical care for people that come streaming over to the border, $300,000 a month. Sorry. Every nation has the right to protect its borders. You know, why wasn't China letting them in, right? Or Russia, or Ukraine, right? Mexico sure as hell didn't want them. Yeah, securing the border is absolutely critical. So there's been some very positive things that I've liked. All those illegals put tremendous upward pressure on housing costs, food costs, medical costs. Why should we pay it? Right? Because when we do that, we take pressure off their own home countries to make things better. If the troublemakers all leave, then what incentive is there for you to change your corrupt nation? Zero. But when they start coming back and they start rattling because they've had a taste, you can't keep them down on the farm again. That's when real change starts to happen. And they talk about, well, this gang did this, then get the gangs under control. Right. And when the President of the United States offers to send troops down to Mexico to get the gangs under control and you turn it down, so that's one positive thing that I've definitely agreed with. The whole country's had to bear the brunt of that. And it's funny, the change only happened when they started flooding into Chicago, New York. Then all of a sudden it was all of a sudden they were hitting the panic button. Yeah, free parking in Baltimore. I don't know. If I'm in Baltimore, I don't think my car got towed if it's not there. I think it got stolen. So that's my first thought. Yeah, people became complacent because we had an overstimulated economy. If you're spending $2 trillion more a year than you're taking in, holy crap, $2 trillion is a lot of money. That $2 trillion is being injected in the economy and buying goods and services. You're competing against that. Nobody earned that Nobody earned that $2 trillion. That wasn't tax money that went in. That was borrowed money. So we've been fighting an economy that's been getting progressively overstimulated year after year after year, to the extent that people can hardly buy shit anymore. There's so much funny money rolling around. The hand is healing pretty good, Bunny. Get ready to get this one done. I just got major tooth work done today over here. Seems to be a little swelling on this side today. Major. Cutting and prepping for a crown and gum rescission and bone removal. Yeah, everything's going good. How are you doing, Bunny? How's everything in Brooklyn? There's something wrong in a society that people have to pay more than 25% of their income for housing. There's your first clue that something is out of whack in this nation. I think Blackbird's the only one that's on appropriate rent for for income right now. Yeah, I have a temporary on right now, but it's all blood. It's all gums that have been uh, cut away and bone removed. Bridge to fill a few gaps, and I like. Oh, that's good. Deja vu. I want to keep all of my teeth. I always have, so I'm going to continue working on that plan. It's a quality of life thing. Let's see. I am Will. I have a nice boy. The major assault and crime, the danger at night. A lot of dope heads all over, losing bone chip by chip. Yeah, there's Cindy. I'll pay rent. I'll give you rent free, Cindy. Cindy's like, I'll start a new life back in my state of California there. Yeah, I'm just saying, there's too many things that are out of whack because of out of whack government spending. But the people demand that in a democracy. They're not going to elect people that'll say they're going to raise taxes. So there's the Achilles heel of democracies and representational governments. They sign their own death warrant by allowing people to vote their own treats. Well, I went to college, so you should pay my debt off. I decided to work as a public advocate when I got out of law school, and they promised me that my $400,000 debt would be removed if I spent some time doing public law. And it's in her head. She's thinking, I can't wait to dump this shit and get up to New York and make $500,000 a year, and then leave you suckers holding the bag. I mean, what kind of nation has this kind of contract law? Why shouldn't I'd rather have sent Cindy Rocks to law school or something, right? Fuck, at least she's honest. Well, it was bound to happen. I mean, you got two big egos. That Oval Office is too big. Elon will support them candidate. I'm not sure who will. I don't know. What is he supporting? Somebody's going to increase spending again, and I mean, what are you voting for now when you vote for a Democrat? I don't know. Hey, Christian, not that I have anything against them. I'm saying, what are you voting for? A return to fiscal disaster? A return to open borders? I don't know. Making a different party. Here we go again. We had Teddy Roosevelt's Bull Moose Party. The Musk Party. The Muskox. Yeah, you have to vote for me to find out. Yeah, another party. We got the Green Party. Even the former president's press secretary, that cute little gal, St. Pierre or whatever the hell her name, she dumped out of the Democrat Party. Now she's becoming independent. She's going to write her tell-all book now. So you have a better chance of seeing communism full rage here than that return of that crap. I wouldn't know what Bernie would do. I don't even know if Bernie could get his shoes on. I don't know. I don't know the guy well enough. What's his solution? I mean, let's stop falling for bullshit. That's a good start. Why not just clean the blackboard and start over again? Man, I see these little Chevy bolts everywhere. Yeah, they're coming with the Communist Manifesto. This nation will move towards that, Magda. You can bet it as sure as the sun comes up in the east and sets in the west. It may not be, I might be a doddering old fool when it happens, but I will live to see that in this nation. I will live to see an authoritarian regime, top heavy with the favored few and everybody else in equal misery below them. Never learning our lesson that communism is miserable. Let's see. Well, you might like it in theory now, but I don't know if you're going to like it at the time, Magda. It depends which work farm detail you're on. What's up, Michael? How you doing? April 4th, 2025. The day it all changed. They're fighting over social media. I don't know. People love them. It's nobody really has any beliefs anymore. I mean, if this girl that was a press secretary to the president of the United States, and even though he didn't ever have press conferences, we know why now. But she was effective, and you know, I just thought, wow, even you're jumping ship and writing your book. I got a whole lot of beliefs. I know you do, Dr. Frankenstein. That's what surprises me. It's the same as transactional companies. 4 years ago, they're racing to embrace Pride Month now. Last year, they were racing to get away from it. I mean, right. Let's see. Freedom of speech, that's what I'm leaving. Make up your own mind. But you have to make up your mind factually. And anybody that argues the return to what Biden was doing is no friend of the nation when it comes to immigration gone wild and out of control spending. So maybe we won't have an election in 2028. Who knows? I'm just sorry the former president has to battle cancer when he should be enjoying his golden days on Rehoboth Beach in Delaware. That's kind of a bummer. Yeah, Blackbird 2028. Well, it's an interesting discussion today. Harvard learning a lesson but still fighting like they winning. Hey, Boy Blue. It's just a hard right turn for Harvard. It's a tough adjustment for them to make, politically and otherwise, to You have $50 billion endowment. Why should we be funneling money towards that as taxpayers? Who would sign up for that? All they are is a hedge fund, a glorified hedge fund. Well, what is a cave? It's not really Harvard's choice. It's the people saying, look, spend your own endowment money of $50 billion. Why lean on the taxpayers for it? I paid my college. I'm confused on who I should vote because I really have to look at the candidate. Yeah, well, you know, I couldn't imagine not paying my tab for college as I went along. That's why I worked. But I didn't turn around all gleeful like a seal. Ooh, 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 they're going to pay off my college. Ooh, ooh, ooh. And here's the poor slob that can't even get into trade school because he doesn't have the $1,000. People pay up for a name, Christian. I don't know. But, you know, privatizing profits and socializing losses. Like we have to eat your college expense now. Good God. And we keep that as an asset on our, that's Corkster. Remember we were talking about tier 1, tier 2 assets on the federal books? Student loans and is gold or tier 1. Oh shit. Corkster's like, oh man, we're learning a lot about tier 1, tier 2. We're learning about the velocity of money. How you doing, Deja Vu? Corkster's right on it. He's on the silver train. Whatever happened to Jimmy Hoffa? I think he's in a support column for the Jersey Freeway or something. Not tier 1 liquid assets. It's pretty funny though that you know what they wanted people to pay in the nation is considered a tier 1 asset. I think that's a real hoot. Yeah, the end zone at Giant Stadium there. So I don't know how you excuse that stuff. I consider myself the tier 3 American. What does that mean, boy blue? Urban myths like that. So I have to say, I think the big beautiful bill just died today. Maybe it'll go back for some reconsideration and a little bit of retooling, but I think these guys got one eye on the election coming up, and they're sticking their finger in the wind. They're not liking which way the wind's blowing right now. I hope the parade is on. That'll give me something to look forward to. Something of interest anyway. Dun 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 do 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 da 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 do 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 do. They can send a bill to California and put it on the cost for the medical care for the $9 billion for illegal immigrants. They won't even notice it on that. You didn't like the big beautiful bill, Shirley. You know the parade is ungodly. Did I like it? No, I didn't like it. I didn't like the bill. I thought it just gives Trump breathing room that the can gets kicked down a couple more years. And we have to be very careful. We have a really imbalanced income in this nation now. That's why I said we should think about corporations should pay Social Security tax too. If you're gonna lobby like a person, you're gonna be treated like a person for tax purposes, then you should be taxed like a person all the way around. And if that's your business to sell shit and make money, then yeah, you should be paying into Social Security too. That's a novel idea. I've never heard anybody ever offer that suggestion before, but that seems eminently fair to me. That you also contribute to the Social Security system. Oh, T.O.? Yeah, T.O. something. T.O. something. Well, Lurker, were you disgusted by the money that we spend in California on illegal aliens for medical care? Telling everybody and its mother to stream across the border because they'll take care of your medical issue. Fair is fair. And that's right. That's 20 times more, 30, 40 times more than any parade. And at least the parade is the 250th anniversary of something. I remember the 1976 bicentennial events we had. Clean toilets. Yeah, I'm just saying it's all relative, right? It depends on your perspective. You know, if you can say the parade is costly here, but you don't have a comment about illegal aliens streaming across, and this isn't directed at you, Lurker, because I like you, because you speak your mind, but there's an equivalency that's lacking in there. It's like, at least the parade, we have something that makes us feel like, this is an event that we can enjoy and watch. Now, how will it turn out? It might be a disaster. I don't know. I haven't busy, Martha. Can you tell me what Trump is saying? About what? Yeah, it's the same way I feel about giving Harvard money. Billions of dollars a year to Harvard when they have a $50 billion endowment. Why should we be putting money there? If there's something worthwhile, let their donors pay for it. God knows they can afford it. Who's the troll? I don't know about it. Where's Melanie? Who's Melanie? Melanie Griffith? I liked her in Pacific Heights. Pretty swinging looking gal. There's just certain things that I just believe the government should not be fundamentally involved in. In private colleges and universities, that's one. And all Harvard has now is a $50 billion hedge fund they run. Melania. Melania. I don't know. She said this term she didn't want to be involved in. I don't blame her. It's a dirty game. What's the upside to it? It's like watching sausage being made. You might not want to see it. Oh, I wouldn't be around there. You don't hear anything about anybody in the family. It's a solo show. Do 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 do. Fell hard for cause. Oh, I haven't looked at her lately, Boy Blue. I'll have to check it out. It's a shame. She was a nice looking fish. Shut down on me. Yeah. Thank you, YouTube tech support. It's appreciated. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. This guy comes around every 3 months with the same BS like I just came in off the turnip truck. Like I didn't see the same thing in 2013, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. But you do you, boo. You have a good time. You have a good time. Because love is in the air. All the people everywhere. We gave it the office. That's what I say. It's like, it's just, if you think that's going to move my needle these days. YouTube never comes in the middle of a stream. They just shut you down. You don't even know. Boop, you're off the air, baby. And a little thing comes up. You have copyright issues on your stream. We ended it. That's it. Your account has been flagged for being run by. That's it. That's it, Dr. Frankenstein. Oh, shit. I love the people that come in here. I don't give a shit what your political party is. You know, at the end of the day, we all bleed red. We all just want to get by in life and have a little bit of time for ourselves and not get chewed alive in the process. This has just been such a ridiculously crazy month with the trees and the cats and the teeth. Oh, man. It's skinny. It's a pretty rough day today. Too hot to type. What's going on, Barry? Just have a little bit of swelling showing up. But they cut gum back. They cut bone away. I mean, it was a pretty dramatic procedure. An hour and a half today. I've had water sprayed all over. Had the drill just stop. Sorry. Once in a while, it just chokes on a piece of tooth. Let's use the rounding bit. All right, now we're going to do the gum resection. Stand by. Now you might want to grip your chair while we're doing this. Now it's time to take away some bone. So he said, if you have pain start to develop, then you got to go get your root canal. Like, oh, joyful. Good for you, lovely one. What's dumb is it's, yeah, I want to keep my teeth. Yeah, thank you, babe. Thank you, Cindy. Thank you. Yeah, get ahead of the pain. Yeah, how's your fishing? I know that my dentist didn't say a word. Just a little, oh no, oh my friend. Oh, that's not good. Oh, no. That's not like what we like to see. Look up at the x-ray. That's what my doctor was doing when I had my hand surgery. We're talking about the Giants, right? Yeah, I got it, Naomi. Thank you, babe. Gum grab them all. It's gross. Yeah, Mary. But I want to keep my teeth. It's a quality of life issue for me. I love Blackbird, but I look over at that mouth and I say, you know, I'd like to kind of keep my teeth in. You know, I got a hillbilly gap, but that's what just adds to my unique handsomeness. Is that when the suction. Now I tell you, close your lips. Gets it all out. They put that blocker in to open your mouth, and it's like an hour, and you're like, man, I hope I don't get TMJ. I had that before. The mouth was open so long that I just couldn't. The more you closed your mouth for a period of time, the worse the pain. Teeth are good. Yeah, they just want to keep them, exactly. Uh, you know. So I'm hoping I'm not going to need a root canal. We'll know in a week or a couple days. And your mouth and they want your the first thing I noticed about it is their teeth. Yeah, these were good though. This was a good office for being in the hood. I was impressed with the technicians. Were state of the art. They used 3D scanning to do your contour, and I mean it was all very super high tech. They take 3D, the thing's taking thousands of pictures per second, and they're building that into a composite picture, a three-dimensional picture, like 3D printing for your crown. Well, at the end of the day, it's worth it. Yeah, I've bit my tongue before on that. I haven't broke. Well, I don't mind it. I mean, dentistry is pretty much pain-free these days. They know exactly where to put the injections, and it's just a day or two afterward you're going to be uncomfortable. But I'm happy I had it done. I'm used to borrowing, being on the borrow to pay for shit. It doesn't bother me. That's why I got a credit card. You look at the Dentacare interest rates, like even worse than credit cards. You're like, what the hell? Yeah, they don't use Novocaine anymore. It's more like a lidocaine. First, they start with a Q-tip with some lidocaine they put on the gums and stuff to get that numb, and then they come in with the big needle. No, dentist is bullshit. They don't cover anything. Delta Dental's a joke. Yeah, UV light was used. They built up the tooth using some resin plastic. Try to get a good surface for fitting the crown on. Now that might have to be drilled out by the endodontist. I don't know yet. You still labby boy? I don't even know what this guy is. I don't know. I guess he's in the wrong chat or something. Yeah, Demonic, make sure when you come in that you just speak English when you come in. The insurance 40%. I don't know. I don't Delta. I have Delta through Kaiser, but they don't cover anything. They cover just routine checkups and cleaning. That's it. Routine checkups and cleanings. Not really worth it. It's basic plan. So when I get leveled out in the fall, I'll go back and get everything else checked out. God knows what horrors are in there. Lord knows what horrors are in there. Any more? Martha Stewart dishes in the works. I'm not sure. You know, I haven't been able to focus on that because it's just been doctors and veterinarians and dentists, and it's just been, Lord, I got allergy shots. But I really think the allergy shots made a significant difference. You guys see me this year compared to last year. It's like night and day. And I've only been on the program for 3 months or so. That's what I have done. I better not. Yeah, well, it was pretty bad here, Boy Blue, but finally getting some relief here. And I should be like sailing through next year, which is exactly what I want. Last year was terrible. Do 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 do. I've seen the dentist did to the soldiers. Yeah, so I popped a couple Motrin at about noon, 200 milligrammers. So I'm keeping ahead of the pain. Same thing I do when I get my second hand surgery. Man, I'm gonna be so far ahead of the pain this time. Ain't gonna be that 8 o'clock like everything goes to shit. Clovis or bust. That's a hot little town, Clovis. I think Amanda's on vacation. I don't know. I can't remember. She mentioned something like Pennsylvania or something. So it's good. Go have a good time. I'll still be here. Hey, academic, how are you? What's going on? Oh, we just gave flowers to our young lovers. We're hugging. There we go. Yeah, I'm doing all right. Yeah, I think I'll probably go out to In-N-Out tonight. See if Blackbird wants to go up. Oh shit, I'm not charging, Ronnie. Gosh. I mean, we're down to 44%. Oh, man. I'm flying Indy to Newark. I'm just exploring Costco for steaks and prime rib. Yeah, I gotta take Blackbird over. Bill Clinton. How did he look? He said some health issues. I always liked Bill. That defined my best days. Bill Clinton. Those were rocking days in the 90s. I got the call. I got to meet an electrician at the church on Monday. The next project. Putting air conditioning in a central air in another building. I think he's going to say, you don't have the electrical capacity for it. Bill and Hillary, young love. I wonder how much they really see each other. Be tough. No offense to Hillary Clinton, but boy, it's a tough go. Who is a giving person? Exxon? Now Princeton is under attack. Hey, Banana, how are you? Well, the way I see it, Magda, if you have a $50 billion endowment or whatever, then spend your own money. I don't have to support. Oh, Cindy. Oh, not me, honey. You don't have to. You don't have to have my money. Right? Spend your own $50 billion hedge fund money. They also drove off a lot of their Jewish donors and stuff. They're not going to give another thin dime. Yeah, well, some of these students, especially from China, let me tell you, 5 years of living in China. There's a lot of how you go in that. Thank you, Cindy. You're more giving than I am. Hillary's tough to look at. You never hear me talk about somebody's looks on here. I remember what the boss said one time. It always stuck with me. Somebody said something, and he's like, well, ain't none of us movie stars. And I thought, you know what? Right on. We have to learn to love people the way they are and as they're made. And I think that's the beauty of YouTube. You see so many different people in different shapes, sizes, colors, and you really can develop that one-on-one sort of relationship with them. Yeah, he's pretty correct on that. Yes, that's exactly correct. Beauty's in the eye, and as you get older too, you appreciate people for the qualities. When you're younger, okay, and I'm guilty. Right. Of course you want the chick that's a cheerleader while you're playing basketball or whatever, or hanging out on the asphalt. Right. But you get older and you go through the mill a little bit, and you You appreciate people for the qualities that they have. I wish I did have some candy in the van. But I'm off candy for a while. I had dental work today, so the doctor's like, just like maybe don't eat anything for a week. No, he didn't say that. He said no sticky candies, no Mike and Ike's, no milk duds, no sugar daddies, nothing. No hard candies. That's what put me in this predicament. I was going through those Clay's candies like there's no tomorrow. What's up, Kelly? How you doing, babe? Most of the time, wisdom. Kelly, it looks like the Orioles have been on a bit of a very minor roll, huh? Maybe they're starting to come good. They got that Korean pitcher. Cream of wheat. I can't store a bit. I know. I was thinking about going out to. I was thinking about going out to Windsor and getting those, loading up on the candies again. But I'm like, if we were only as wise as we are. That's exactly correct, Alan. We become a little more forbearing of other people too, and I think that that's important. You know, ain't any of us glamour pussies or movie stars, saggy, demented. You know, it just doesn't matter. Oh my chooch, the sun is down. Here it is a luscious 71 degrees. Don't let the sun go down on me. Ooh. What was your favorite Clay's candies? Man, Bob D, I love the lemon and the cherry. Lemon and cherry, those are the two, especially the lemon. Man, I could eat those things, eat those babies. Probably I was cracking them so much. That's probably why I got to stop eating hard candies and crunching down. I love Clay's candies. I love gummy bears. I love gummy cherries, the Haribo cherries. I love that stuff. Strangely, I'm not too much into chocolates and all that. Salty, fatty. I think we have a store in town that has those. I'll have to try the cherry. They're good. They're like an old time candy. Worked on lots of movies. Oh, cool. Yeah, I mean, I like a Hershey's bar. I'm not a chocolate snob. It doesn't. I like milk chocolate. That pisses people off. I don't like the when you start to get to the high cocoas, 70%. It just gets very gritty to me. I don't like the feel of it. Oh, wow. Here we go. John Brentford, thank you. I'm not a big fan of it, but I love lemon candy. Thank you, John. What a great support. What a great consistent supporter of the channel. Thank you, John. Yeah, let's give John a big thumbs up there. Yeah, I don't chase chocolate, but I would like to make some cookies. I think we're going to make some cookies. We're going to bake them on the outdoor. Even we're drinking tomorrow night. I think we're going to make some cookies. I don't know what we're going to make, but we're going to make some cookies tomorrow. I got some bread that's flavoring overnight in the refrigerator. I'm going to be trying to make some baguettes tomorrow. Caramel chocolates. Thank you, John. Yeah, peanut butter. I'm just not a big. I like to eat peanuts, but I don't want them in a cookie. I'm thinking about. Somebody sent me a recipe for the Dutch windmill, but they're not quite the Dutch windmill cookies I remember. It actually had almond, and they looked like they had slivers of almond on them. Beef roast out of the freezer for tomorrow. Nice corkscrew. I don't eat meat on Fridays, but I could sure do that. Has anyone licked their way to the... It's 283 licks, just in case you're wondering. How many coffees were you able to get so far? I have one open, and I think I have one on the... I just opened a fresh one. Yeah, I just thanked John for the super chat. Yes, John has always been a great supporter of the channel. He doesn't post a lot, but he's here. He matters. He's just good and consistent, and he's a not very nice person. Yeah, yeah. I always try to thank people. If the one I felt bad about, Shaky donated something in May, and I was finally. I don't look at my money thing every day, and I saw that she had donated in May, so I made sure to make a special point to thank her. I don't want to have anybody that I neglect to thank. It's not fudge. It's not what is it? You'll have to find the Gordon family's secret recipe for what the hell Tootsie Rolls are. That used to be an independent New York Stock Exchange listed company, Tootsie Roll. Have you have a good vibe? Yeah, I mean, what happened to Gene Hackman was very sad. Well, it's sad that his wife loved him dearly and took good care of him, but when she started going down and couldn't figure out what the hell it was, yeah, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. Gene Hackman was one of my top 5 favorite actors of all time. His work in Hoosiers, Popeye Doyle in French Connection. I could just go to movie after movie after No Way Out, Unforgiven, just an outstanding actor. Yeah, Tootsie Roll stock. The Gordon family owned it. I think they sold to M&M Mars or something. I'm not sure. I have good people. I do. Oh, it's still. Oh man, it's still on the New York Stock Exchange for $35. Can you imagine that? He was great. Personally, with the guy, he was nice. Well, he was disaffected by Hollywood, and I like that. In other words, he moved out to New Mexico to purposely be, he never considered himself part of the acting cotillion that would hang out. And I really think he's a guy that believed acting was a job. You're hired. There you go, Shaky. It's Planet Fitness. You're hired. Yeah, I forgot about the Tootsie Rolls at Planet Fitness. You're hired, you do the job, and you're done. You don't imbibe in the lifestyle. It's just a job. And I like the fact his wife seemed like she had a really good head on her shoulders. She really loved him, but she just felt herself slip down, and there was nothing that she could do. Now, it's a shame there wasn't family that could have been alerted. I don't know. I know nothing about the family situation of any of them. But, yeah, Tootsie Roll Pops. I remember all. Now, Lee, it's a lawyer's dream. Like, it's all a legal liability now. A kid might choke on pop. Yeah, hantavirus. It's not that rare anymore, but I'm surprised it's in the desert. But a very dry environment, you have to be very careful. That stuff gets into your youngs. That feces powders up and it gets airborne. It's the same thing that caused Spanish flu in 1917 at the Fort Riley in Kansas, when they were burning horse shit on piles, and a big yellow smoke and stuff emitted, and 2 days later everybody's in sick bay. Everybody's in the hospital. And that was the beginning of it. Burning horse shit at Fort Riley, Kansas, and then sending all our boys overseas. He wasn't a damn like Michael Fassbender, the camera loved him. Well, there's a couple actors I really like. He could do anything with any script. He didn't have to be a leading actor. He was very happy being a supporting actor, and they made his roles great for that reason. But man, when he could get a main role, like in Hoosiers, the best sports movie I ever saw. Hoosiers. He was great. It's like the way I felt about Richard Farnsworth. I'd watch that guy in anything. When he had the straight story, amazing movie. Anne of Green Gables, amazing movie. And Colleen Dewhurst. I don't know. He's probably disappointed that the Lakers didn't make it into the basketball finals. You blow up the building because you made a phone call. Man, I always remember that car scene in French Connection, riding underneath the New York the New York elevated there. And I mean, it just went on for miles and miles. Westerns, yeah. That was insane, Doctor. That was the most insane. You can talk about Tom Cruise's movies and flipping over and doing 360s and barrel rolls for the technology of 1974 or whatever. I mean, that thing just went on. You can talk about the taking of Pelham 1, 2, 3 also with Martin Balsam. But man, that chase scene and that racing to get to that subway and the look on his face, and HP his friends in the cinematography was wow. No, I don't remember the HP. I always thought that. I don't know. I never thought Jack Nicholson was that attractive. Yeah, Martin Balsam was great. If you don't read many adventures with it, if you never saw the movie Taking of Pelham 1, 2, 3, that was a good movie. HP. I don't know. You don't have to type in caps moto. If I don't remember it, I don't remember it. Was it a computer that I repaired or something? Yeah, Poseidon Adventure. But if you see the pet, nice to see him. I don't know. I remember what is. Cindy, I don't know what I'm going to be eating tonight. I feel like I want to get a burger or something. Deliverance. Windows XP. I repaired so many computers over the years. I used to do motherboard repairs. I don't know. I always went, once I found Dell. I still have a 2005 Dell. I'm still running XP, which is still the cleanest, smallest, neatest program. Oh, I reviewed it. Okay. Hey, Aquarius. Pelham, The Taking of Pelham 1, 2, 3. It's a good movie if you like a lot of drama and a lot of moving stuff. Other great movies, a black and white, if you want to see The Pawnbroker with I can't remember his name. He was in White Heat. Officially owned. Yeah, Windows XP is great. Uh, yeah, I still have my Dell Optiplex. I still have it. Optiplex 2015. I still have it. I fired that up in the workshop the other day. I still love I still love. I had an Optiplex. I had to get rid of one. I'm running a Dell all-in-one, but I have the Dell. Take care, Moto. Thanks for coming in. More vintage audio stuff to come in July. I am not again the XP days. I thought XP was just clean, nice, simple. I just love it. A nice compact program. I'll always have that XP. All right, take care. Thanks for coming in, Moto. I appreciate you making the effort to come in. Thank you. Please hit the thumbs up button, everybody. If you've not done so, could you double tap the screen or give a thumbs up? Tomorrow night, I'm going to be doing a little bit of drinking and baking some cookies. Tomorrow night, I don't need a whole lot of shopping. I'll probably pick up a few things at Safeway. Windows, Millennium, Windows. I didn't like Windows 7. I didn't like Vista. Yeah, it's a pawnbroker and Rod Stockerty, man. Glenn Ross. They just picked a bad title for it. You want to see a movie where every single person is an Academy Award winning actor. Unreal. And you talk about Alec Baldwin coming in as a newcomer. And the opening that he gives is one of the greatest films seen in movies, period. And Jack Lemmon, what a good way to go out on his career. Al Pacino, Sam Harris, Alan Arkin. Kevin Spacey, what a movie. Yeah, coffees for get away from that coffee. Yeah, I'm talking to you. Coffees for closers. Your name? Levin? Yeah, you're a loser. That was tough. That casting was perfection. The problem they made was the name of it. They just picked a lousy name. Hey, Dory Lynn, how are you? It was impressive. It's just one of those scenes. It's like I talk about Margin Call, and I talk about Jeremy Irons and his boardroom scene in Margin Call when they call that 4 o'clock meeting. I mean, that's some of the greatest acting you're ever going to see on film. Uh, I don't know. I put Jeremy Irons is just in a class by himself. It's the way I feel about Richard Day Lewis or whatever his name is. Daniel Day Lewis and uh, it's anything. 'Cause, uh, 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 anything. 'Cause Yeah, Mitch and Murray sent me. You see this watch, pal? This watch costs more than your car. Sales. I mean, I'd love sales. I had a boss. I had a boss when I worked for AT&T. A short stint overseas in Hong Kong for about 6 months, and then I got hired away for banking. But my lord, he was like that. He just didn't fit the AT&T mold of sales and marketing. But we got this shit placed. Man, we sold the hell out of it. I remember him going to the map of China and putting his hand on the map of China like it was a neighborhood. He stands up, he goes to the wall. We have a map of Asia. And he just takes his hand and he just puts it on the wall on China. And he says, "Yeah, I want you to get us established in China like he's selling something down the street, right?" He says, "Look, don't talk, just whatever it takes, just do it. Get your ass on a plane, go to Beijing, figure it out. Hire some of those $100 a week engineers that are graduating from Tsinghua University. I don't care what the hell you do. See this? We need to have a presence there." What are you looking at? You're still here? Here I am. I'm on the red eye to Beijing. I don't even know what the hell I'm doing, right? Welcome to Beijing Capital Airport. I wonder if nobody. I forgot to tell the secretary to make reservations for me at the Beijing Capitol Hotel up there, right? It's like, well, that's what people would do, doctor. It's just like, I want to be there. And by the way, you're responsible for Taiwan and the Philippines and Hong Kong too. What? You didn't think you'd just get one country? I remember. I still have that. I still have that burned into my mind. My mind's eye of seeing that hand on the map of China like it was just selling down the street or something. Now, mind you, this was the kind of boss that came from New York City. And he used to sell PBX systems, private branch exchange systems, door to door in Manhattan skyscrapers. He would just go up from floor to floor and just introduce people to AT&T's PBX Dimension office phone system. You talk about cold calling. Say, but 9 o'clock, I would start up on the top floor, and by 5 p.m. in the afternoon, I would be down out the door and going home for the day. I thought, man, you talk about having a set. This is what it takes to sell real estate. I don't know what the hell they're traveling. You'll be traveling a lot. I hope so. Yeah. Yeah, PDX, Dimension PBX, AT&T switchboards and stuff. And he'd just sell them cold call. This is a brokerage office. Hey, and I thought, wow, any guy that could cut his teeth in New York City selling phone things door to door and shit, that's going to be a hard driving boss. So, a week, I'm still up in Beijing. Would you get it all set up? No, but I had lunch with a nice family in their little hovel here, and said, "Well, what are you effing off of? I don't send you up there to have it ain't no pleasure cruise up there." I'm like, if you saw the way this family lived, it ain't no pleasure cruise, brother. They're putting coal cakes in to cook something for dinner for me tonight into the stove. All right, we'll stop effing around and get to work. I mean, there's just not that many people, right? I mean, Tiananmen Square was just over, right? There the hell there, and you just go for 3 days before you saw a white boy up there. That was 1991, and they were just opening up again. I'll have to show you. I have to dig out my old passport. It's like I lived on the road, just China, Taiwan, Philippines, Macau, back to Hong Kong, out again. Then I go to Royal Bank of Canada. That boss just puts his hand on the map again. Map of China. We want to be up here in China now. That's why we brought you over here, because you speak the language, you know the people in Beijing. Yeah, I know the engineering people. Right? What's the difference? Engineer, banker, it's all the same. Yeah, Cindy Rocks will be next. She'll deserve a nice retirement. I don't know. I'm busier retired than I was when I was working. It's like Shemay said, I work harder here for you, Rosie, than I do on my job. Holy smokes. Love is in the air. Well, I guess we'll try to get something to eat tonight. Yeah, well, you look like you're about 43. You're just a kid. You're just a baby. You're just a cute baby. By all means. Except Royal Bank of Canada paid me 5 times more. Nice expense. Whatever it takes, buy whatever the hell you need to buy. If you need to get a couple chicks for the night, just make it happen. I said, man, this is something. Yes, very cute. Don't let the sun go down on me. Woo. Although I busted my sack, that's a fact, Jack. Do. Should we pick up Blackbird? Should we go back first? I gotta empty out some trash here. Oh boy, I think we've had a tough. Blackbird's all caught up. I think we should treat Blackbird a little bit here. Have a beer, hang out. That's how it works in business, getting your head. Yeah, but they would be so funny. They would. I just can't forget sitting in this beautiful office building. I'm at Exchange Square. I'm 23 floors above the stock exchange in Hong Kong. You know, people are landing in helicopters on the roof, right? I'm buying people when I'm at the Royal Bank. I'm buying people. I'm spending $500 on a lunch for a guy that comes in from Australia, from his private yacht parked out somewhere offshore in Hong Kong, and he's taking his helicopter in to have lunch. Unbelievable. But I'll never forget being up in that room and those business development meetings. They just take their hand and they put it on the map of China like you're just opening up a hardware store down the street. And I laugh about that now, and I think that is so funny. When I think about those early days. But I'll tell you what, no, that was the guy's last name was Rose. I remember he came up from Sydney, and he'd bring his yacht up and he would pull it offshore, and it was always thank you Nick, thank you for the dono, thank you. And it was always like, this is the kind of guy that always wanted you to kiss his ass and never forget that I'm rich. So you're worried about the menu, what are you gonna have, or you're asking the kitchen at Exchange Square. Can you imagine the most expensive restaurant in Hong Kong? And you're asking them to make something special for lunch. And you got to hear this guy's stories for 2 hours. Meanwhile, you're getting, we had pagers then. The boss is paging me. Like, what, are you just dicking off then? What are you doing? Right, I'll be back. I got to make a call. He's like, geez, what the hell are you doing? I said, you know what? You could have had lunch with this bird. Are you kidding me? That a-hole? I'm not spending a minute with him. This is why we have you. Wrap it up. I'll go back up to the office, right? I mean, I gotta go up to the roof, right? This guy's on the helipad. He's got to take off. I got to look like a flunky, like waving. You know, the rooftop air control guy, he's laughing, right? Like, you're such a dick. Then I go downstairs. Oh, wow. You've been drinking? Drinking? Are you kidding me? Drinking? The hell do you think I'm doing? Of course I've been drinking. Drinking. So all we did was run up expense accounts. Remember that Leonardo DiCaprio movie Wolf of Wall Street? Or that's what like the way we spend money. When Rob Reiner's like $4,000 on appetizers. Are you kidding? Look at this lane closed. Are you shitting me? $4,000? I have no fear about Oklahoma City on the... I may not go anywhere. These roads are so bad right now. Plus, my mouth is starting to bulge out. Man, they got everything closed off tonight. Even down here. PG and F. All right, take care. Yeah, I'm going to have a beer. I'll decide whether I'm going to go get something to eat or not. This is horrible, though. Boy, they cut back a lot of stuff here. What the hell? They took all the bushes out of there. Wow, so no place for the homeless to hide. Yeah, those were the days, man. have that American Express card, turn in your expense voucher. What the hell is this? $400 for lunch? What the hell did you have? It's not what I had. It's what your boy from Australia had. What the hell does that mean? You better have eaten also. $400. You better have licked the plate. That's the way. If you know sales and marketing, that's exactly the way they are. Right? It's just, I remember I had a problem with HR. They wanted to write me up for some kind of bullshit, right? And he's like, "Don't HR. You answer to me. I'll take. You don't give a shit what HR says, all right? You tell them to call me. I'll straighten them out." In other words, you weren't even part of it. You were like in an alternative universe that wasn't accountable to any of the normal shit that went on in protocols. Let's see if we got mail. Here, I think our boy skipped us today. Let's go see. They send you a happy birthday card from Kaiser, and then they tell you you're due for your colorectal screening. Talk about a mixed message. Yeah, so you go to the HR says that you said something to one of the secretaries. Yeah, I said, "That's a nice dress." She said, "It sounded like you wanted to her or something." That's the way she got it. I'm like, wow, right. Okay. That's what she got, huh? All right. What's up, Desert? Truck is just there. I'm gonna lose it in September. Vietnam boy's gonna come back and want it. So it's all ready to go. Something smells weird in the hood. I don't know what the hell it is. Got like our Debbie Lynn gets nailed for extortion and racketeering, right? That's a real Detroiter right there. Oh boy. All right, Blackbird, moving time. What's going on? Oh, you didn't hang that thing back up again.
Do you have an extension cord, Rosie?
I have to see if I have one in there. I think the one I have I'm using right here.
That's all you have? You don't have?
Might be all I have.
I'm supposed to go to Harbor Freight.
Huh?
I'm supposed to go to Harbor Freight to get an extension cord. I can't afford $50.
Well, you don't have to get a. They're like $6 or something at that. You said you needed a small one.
I want to see one, a 25-foot, a good one.
What happened to your one you had?
The outlet's burned out, so I have to hook the TV up to it.
The outlet burned down?
One of them.
Why don't we replace it?
I don't know what happened. I'm not an electrician. So I have to use that cord.
I'd have to crawl in there to get over shit to fix it. sure we're charging, which we are. We're not going to do the peanuts tonight. I had a lot of dental work done today. I'm really sore.
But you don't sound funny.
Yeah, because that was at 9 o'clock this morning. The Novocaine wore off. Whatever the hell it was. An hour and a half.
And what did they do?
Ground down the tooth, got it ready for a crown.
Saying that.
That's fun on a Thursday morning.
Oh, sign me up then, Rosie.
Yeah, right up your alley.
No music. Plug in, we're at 40%. I shouldn't even give a fuck about bringing you guys with me. I'm just gonna go buy some weed. We need an extension cord, so I think I'm gonna go get it. Weed fun.
Not fun. How's Simba?
Simba's good. He's sleeping. He's trying to. I don't know. He's missing a leg.
Well, how would you feel if you lost a limb? He's going to be depressed. Let's see. It's going to take him a while. He's realizing he just ain't got it, right? He's like, life is too bad. It'll take him a while to adjust. Plus, he's cooped up all day. Get this on. Let's see. Mashed potatoes, steak, gravy. Is it Caesar salad with anchovies?
I won't go to this food value.
Oh man.
Their prices are like terrible.
Whose prices are bad?
Huh?
Harbor Freight's got the cheapest.
When it comes to extension cords, and they're good.
Yeah. So when you have a day off, we'll go over to.
I'm gonna go
Harbor
get
Freight.
one right now somewhere. I need it. I'm not sure where. Nothing's open now. The only thing that's open is Home Depot. That's twice as much.
Yeah, we can spend the money there. We just rough it for another night.
Why, you want to go to Harbor Freight, Rosie?
When?
Tomorrow?
Well, you're working.
Yeah. My job's almost over.
Yeah. Well, we got to go to Costco. So.
And I'm going to be on the road for a month. Come back on June or July. And
Well, I'm taking off July 7th. If you're
You
not
might-
here, the cats are going to be fending for themselves.
oh, I'm going to come back.
Okay.
So the only thing is, you might have to send me some of the paperwork for my unemployment to Jenna's, or you know what I mean? For me,
Yeah.
I have a meeting tomorrow. I don't know how that's gonna go. Here, I'll bring my chat over.
I thought you're working.
Yes, but they're gonna call between 10 and 12, and
Okay. All right.
you're welcome. So my bike feels like a brand new bike.
So it rides well.
It does. I haven't
Lock
used
is in
it.
the back there.
I haven't used the other gears because I'm saving those. one's going through, but I don't want to disrupt your chat. Oh, it's not working. Brand new. Oh, it wasn't plugged in. Just me.
Make sure it's charging.
Okay.
Let's see.
Yes.
Alright, there we go. If only got this on. Alright, well, thank goodness tomorrow's Friday.
Yeah, Harbor Freight is the one.
Yeah, well, Cognac's the one too tomorrow night.
And the closest one I know is in Windsor.
Yeah, a couple shots of Four Roses.
Right.
Not tonight. Which one? The
It's
one?
in Windsor. That's
what?
Harbor Freight.
They're over on Piner Road.
Where? Around here?
You go Cleveland Avenue and all the way up past.
I have no idea. I just got to Google it, huh?
Yeah, it's you go up.
But how many miles?
You go up Cold Stony Point Road, all the way up till you hit Piner Road. Make a right. Go down about a mile. It's on the left. It's about 4 miles from here.
Okay, 4 miles.
Yeah, I don't really do shots. I save that for Friday. Plus, I don't feel like being really heavy on alcohol after having that dental work done today. A couple beers are fine.
Are you going to go back to Total Wine? How often do you have to go? You got a 30 pack, huh?
I got 2 30-packs, so I'm good for a while. I've got a new cognac, too. I'm good. I'm good for a while.
I drank that bottle of scotch.
Well, I still have a Dewmore scotch here in a monkey shoulder.
Fabian came over and I
Should
said,
get
here.
rid of them.
Because I would just wanted to get rid of it. It gives me an excuse to get a good bottle of scotch if I can. And then I put it on my salmon, backwash, it came out wonderful.
That salmon was pretty seasoned.
And it was a good size.
Yeah, it was a plank salmon, right?
It came on a board.
Cedar plank.
I never got that before.
We had cedar plank before.
I haven't.
A couple of years ago, you bought some salmon that was on a cedar plank.
It was?
Yeah.
I remember. I was like, this is the first time. I like that.
Yeah, well, that's something to it. It's
And
when you
then,
cook it, it releases something into the.
yes, I think bourbon or salmon's different. Bourbon goes good with steaks. That Crown Royal apple went, and this botanical scotch went pretty good with the salmon. I didn't light it on fire. I didn't burn it off. I poured it on there so I could taste it at the end.
So Simba's doing okay.
He is. He's just sleeping. Skywalker seems fine. He's hanging out. He's outside now. I don't want you to run away. You got a girlfriend?
Yeah, Mick Goldwater Canyon. Your mom must be proud of you on social media doing that.
It's good that somebody has a friend. It's a poor thing.
Who's in there?
Huh?
Who's in there?
Skywalker. Like Magic, or Magic likes Tiger. And so they kind of sleep together or hang out together or whatever. Because Simba was born by himself. You know. So remember how close Blue and Tiger were? They were like inseparable.
From Trotsky?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Yeah, that's hard to believe that was 2 years ago coming up.
What was neat is whoever sent the thing has a date on the little
Yeah, it's got
tombstone.
July 30th of 2023.
Yeah.
That was it.
Wow, you have a memory there.
Well, I
Really.
cut the grass enough that I picked it up enough. I'll cut the grass tomorrow.
We made a tombstone. We put a bunch of pine cones from Rosie's tree around it.
Yeah, we're going to lift them up to do the lawn. And you have to make sure everything's pulled in because I don't want to be lifting bags trying to clean up
When are you doing it?
tomorrow. due for it. It should be the last time I have to cut the back grass because everything's drying out now.
There were so many flowers.
I waited a while until the allergies
Beautiful.
started to go down. I was so afraid during the dental work I'd have to sneeze today with the allergies.
So you're going to do it in the daytime.
Yeah. I'm going to do it at about 11 o'clock tomorrow morning.
Because I would like to help you.
No, you got work tomorrow. I don't need help. It's an hour. It's good exercise for me. My hand's all
Yeah.
good now.
I like to mow
Hey,
Jenna's
Angus
grass.
Kisses.
She got a small
I'm a
one
little
on
woozy
Sundays.
tonight, but I'm doing okay.
Clean the horse barn. Do whatever I can.
Does she know you're coming up?
Not yet. I haven't talked to her. I tried to talk to her, but I don't know how I'm going to get there. Hopefully Garrett will bring me. If not, I'm fucking taking the train.
Well, I told you could take the bus to Fort Bragg, and then the bus from Fort Bragg from
I have to go to the bay first.
up to Eureka or whatever.
And
You
I
can
don't know
put
if
your
I need a
bike right
bra.
on the front of the bus.
What first?
They have the bus that goes from the central bus
Uh-huh.
station here,
Uh-huh.
to Mendocino County.
Oh, to
It'll
Mendocino.
take you up to Mendocino County.
Okay.
Then the Humboldt runs
Uh-huh.
up, or Mendo also
Yeah,
runs
to
up
Humboldt.
to
Okay.
Arcadia and Eureka. So
It's been
they
a
have the
while.
bike things right on the front of the
Yeah,
bus.
okay. I'm thinking I have to go to the bay, get on
No.
an Amtrak, catch the
No.
Amtrak bus. I might need a box on that bottom. I don't know how they do it.
No.
Greyhound, yeah, you need a box. Now, before you just throw it under the bus.
It's like twice a day they run a bus up to Mendocino County.
Oh, wow.
Because they have to connect these counties, and then from there, they probably run 2 buses a day up to Humboldt County. And then Humboldt probably runs up to Del Norte or whatever the hell the next one is up there. What's above Humboldt County?
Del Norte.
That's the last one.
That's the last one. That's a big county, too.
Yeah, not many people there, so all of your Hmong buddies.
I was like, what? This is Hmong territory? What's Hmong? You gotta explain it to me.
They're taking the 1-inch crabs and they're eating everything they get. They're taking it
Asians
all.
do that. They go down to Santa Monica and it says the sign, do not eat the mussels. They're like, whatever.
I mean, this season they'll just say, hell with that, we're going to eat it. We caught it, we're going to eat it. That's funny. Got candy, coffee flavored Werthers. Yeah, Werthers are good. Yeah. I'm off the candy a little while with the dental work. Hope everybody's doing good today. I'm glad that's the worst is behind me. I have to go get my crown on the 26th. They pull off this temporary
What is that?
and then fit. They pull off this temporary cap,
Uh-huh.
and then they put the ceramic one on, the hard ceramic.
You
Looks
gotta
like a
tell them
tooth.
that's the wrong crown. I want one like the singer Hole,
Oh, no.
like Courtney Love. Right.
Get a grill in Oakland, down on International Boulevard.
Crown of Thorns.
So yeah, you ought to get a hold of Jenna and tell her you're coming up.
Yes, because I have a limited amount
What do you
of time.
care if you have to overnight in,
Motel.
Fort Bragg or so? What do you care?
Oh,
You
I
know,
don't
you
care.
just pull off the side.
I
of the
just need to
road.
get a new sleeping bag.
Yeah, or
I won't be able to buy a tent and carry it on my bike.
or up at Point Arena or something. What do you care? You just- and the next morning, the bus goes up to Humboldt. So they all go into the central bus station.
You think where's
Yeah,
the
the hard
central bus?
part is always the first day. We done paid all
If I could talk Gary into going, I'll pay for his gas and we get a room or something the first night or 2 nights or something. The only thing is like you or Sean, I'm not coming back, so you have to drive all the way back by yourself. You know, that would be kind of a bummer.
that horrible road. Boy, that's a brutal little road. You think 101 would be a major highway? No, it's a 2-lane twisting through the woods like a 2-lane country.
A mountain.
You got these logging
Or-
trucks, bam, bam, bam,
Yeah.
bam, bam.
I told my boss they build the
Unless you're doing 80, they want you to get the hell off the road. Right. Oh man. Well, lovely. I don't know if you're talking about me, but this place was very cheap when I bought it 14 years ago. Literally, it sat on the market for a year and a half.
You did really good.
Nobody wanted it. This was so bad. This property. There was only
Rosie
two lights in the whole
Or
house.
nice city.
There were
I love it.
only 2 lights in the whole house.
Oh really?
And like 4 outlets in the whole house. 50 amps.
I don't
You
think
have 50 amps in there alone.
I don't think anything would survive on the market for a year here. Now.
Not now.
They
But
said
I'm just saying
things
that
are going
people
for
were begging
$1 million.
People were telling
right?
me I made a huge mistake. You're going to regret it. I'm like, I'm not buying it to invest in. I'm buying a place to live. Okay? Doesn't matter to me. It's like people say the place is worth a lot of money. So what? I'm not. What am I going to do?
The real estate
What am I
around here
gonna
is going
do?
up.
You know?
3-bedroom house, $800,000.
What am I
Windsor, Petaluma, or something.
What am I going to do? Right?
Right next door. Rosie's
never
got
thought-
another lot.
I never
Are you
thought of it as
kidding
an
me?
investment. I thought it was just a place to live. So.
No, but Rosie, you got another lot.
I know. They didn't even know if that came with it at first. Yeah, because there were two metal sheds that were blocking. Those metal sheds went up right to that gate.
Oh wow, Wow.
So the guy's like, most people don't even get out of the car to look at the property because it looks so bad. It looked so bad at first that they would tell the broker, "What the hell are you doing?" I'm like, "Are you kidding me?" So nobody ever got out till so it sat a year and a half in the market. Finally, I opened that gate and I said, "Whose property is this?" The guy's like, "I don't know." I said, "Could you see whose it is? Maybe I'll buy it."
Yeah. Talk to the local
So
surveyor.
Comes back the next day. He's like, "That's part of the property." Why do they have 2 metal sheds?
We got the biggest backyard
Why
you've
do
ever
they have
seen.
2 metal
Unless you live in the
sheds?
farm.
Right. Why do you have 2 metal sheds that are sitting there blocking it? Well, he rented them out to people for
Oh, okay.
$100 a month for shooting galleries and all that shit. Your place was a prostitute. There was a big piece of drywall that was hanging. That was 2 units in there that people rented. Prostitutes.
Well, what happened to all them prostitutes? Shit, I haven't seen one
I
in
moved
forever.
in and I had to move the hell out of here, right?
Oh,
Stops on the
my
curb.
God.
I'm gonna kill you, man.
People do that when they're old. I did it when I was young. And I
That's
didn't
my
pay for it.
house. I'm gonna kill you, man. I've been there for 2 years.
Oh,
You can't
shoot.
throw me out. I said, watch me. Here you go.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I had a lot of squatter problems.
Yes, have you
There was
seen
no
the squatters
fence here, so I'd be sitting there. There was no window here. There was one little tiny window. I'd watch people just cutting across the property to
wow,
go
yeah.
to shortcut from there up to 7-Eleven or whatever. Waving. How you doing?
Do you have any beer, Rosie? No? Okay, bye.
Bye.
Ah! Oh, shoot.
Well, that was the Shine Shack. I mean, that's how I paid for the property. I ran moonshine for years. Made huge batches of it. Sold it. I had bootleggers that would run it around and sell it. Bro gets to sleep with that still all the time.
That's the first thing people notice in my place. They go, what is that? Some people know, other people are like, what is that?
That's a Kentucky still.
It's worth more than anything in my place. That still.
It's a good one.
Everything put
One
together.
day maybe you'll see that run bird and produce some
Wouldn't that be nice?
190 proof alcohol.
But you can't drink that. You could drink
Oh,
it.
I drank it.
Really?
I had guys that would line up for that shit.
I broke my rib off Jameson.
Oh, and we would age it in barrels.
Oh, really?
Bourbon. I had charred oak barrels out of it.
Did you taste that scotch? Did you get the aftertaste from the oak barrel or whatever it said? the first was botanical. You're like, what is this? And then the aftertaste, you could taste the barrel.
After about 1,000 gallons, I said, I'm tired of hauling sugar in and grains from Western farm market.
Is that where you go? Are you kidding me?
Yeah. They're like, what are you using it for? I said, I'm running a still. What? You're not feeding a horse? I said, I'm feeding a still. That's what.
You ever seen Jack Reacher before?
Yeah. I was like, really? They do that still?
We're using it to make counterfeit money.
It's like, don't get caught. You'll be the only. You'll make the headlines. The first moonshiner to get busted in California since 1935 or so.
Oh shoot!
Here's the Santa Rosa, Sonoma County Police and the sheriffs. Because this wasn't city. When I first moved here, that was city on that side of the alley. Or that was city. This was county.
This was county. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, we had one. Roseland was not part of the city; it was part of the county.
Isn't it funny how the lines divide?
I mean, it was like a circle in the Southwest. And finally, in 2017, they incorporated it into the city, but the police couldn't. They couldn't do it. If you called the police, you'd have county and city would show up. At that.
Oh wow! Say, hey, whose response time's better? You better work on that.
I mean, that was the line, and it ran really weird around. Around stuff.
Oh shit!
Now I'm not happy it's in the city because they tell you can't have just a fun fire, right? I mean, because of the huge Santa Rosa fire of 2017.
Yes, that was
they're still all really.
Yeah, of course. California, like I smoke a cigarette. Some places up north.
County didn't care.
Okay, yeah.
Because the county's big and the city's small.
Yeah.
But if you're cooking, you can have a wood fire. So I wanted to put like an Italian outdoor oven in that you could make bread and put wood in and fire it up and all that.
And you can't do it?
You can, as long as you're cooking. The city can't say.
But see your little thing?
Yeah.
Like you could burn a log in there, right?
You could, but you got to be cooking for that. So.
And s'mores.
It hooks up to propane.
Right? If you're making s'mores.
That hooks up to the propane tank.
That applies as cooking, right, Rosie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like an outdoor pizza oven. Like Cindy Russo has.
Like a Dutch oven.
Beautiful thing. You sit outside here, it's in the corner or whatever.
A fancy Dutch oven.
You put the pizza in and it's like top flight. Because you're getting that wood flavor and it's a real Italian style. So we kind of make do with the barbecue grill. I think I'm going to make some cookies tomorrow.
Yes, thank God we have that. Rosie wants some sushi. I'll get some sushi tomorrow.
Thank God I'm drinking tomorrow.
You want some sushi?
Yeah, sushi's fine. Right, it's $5.
Sushi.
$5 Fridays.
Did you like that one sushi I got?
Yeah, it was pretty good. It was pretty good. Even a California roll was good.
Okay.
Yeah.
The guy, he said, I don't work for Safeway. I said, I work for a Japanese company. It took me a year to just learn how to cut this stuff up. Like, I'm not Safeway, bro. I'm like sushi stuff,
Cindy,
right?
That's it.
Because I thought it was like bootleg sushi or something Safeway. He said no. Like, all right.
Now I have to worry about the city trying to take this property.
How come?
Because they think it's not being... You're wasting land back there that can be used for housing.
Are you
kidding me? City. No, I'm not kidding you.
See, Governor Newsom are these cocksuckers.
They believe instead of expanding the city, you should infill where there's land that's not developed.
So now we need low income.
Yeah, because the sewer line is already there. And
no, it's your land.
Connected. You have water, so why are you wasting?
We're going to go to the city Chamber of Commerce meeting and we're going to say, no, we want county. We don't like your city.
Like, why do you have that undeveloped land in the back when we have a housing shortage?
It's my backyard.
That's zoned for multifamily. You could have a 12-unit apartment building in the back.
They don't want a parking lot in their forest.
So they could force you for eminent domain to take it over and say, turn around and sell it to a developer. You have to have an easement so people can go in and out the driveway.
Isn't that wonderful?
And they put a 12-unit apartment.
Let me just rip my house down so you can have your easement. What do you think about that?
So they have a 12-unit apartment building in the back now. Now, Bird, you got plenty of people to feed your cat. They might cook it and eat it.
Capitalism at its finest, okay? It's a small town.
They'll take care of your cat, all right. But that's the kind of stuff that this city does.
So,
They-
Rosie,
They impound property because they don't want to.
you can tell the city fuck you, or do you have to open up an Airbnb
Well,
to make it happen?
why do you think I have fruit trees here? Because there's an agricultural easement. If you have
Oh,
an
really?
orchard and you're a viable fruit growing orchard like this is,
Right.
they can't take the property because you're considered a rancher farmer. So
That's
why,
right. A lot of ranch land here.
That's
farm.
why I call it the Rancho.
Okay.
So,
Uh-huh.
and I give away a lot of fruit and
Oh,
I
I
grow
see.
fruit.
Wow,
here. So
okay.
they can't take the property.
The plot
That's why I
thickens.
kept the apple tree on the back.
Like developers, one wall. We'll keep one wall.
That's it. How's that for using a noodle? Keep the apple tree in the back there. Right?
I'm gonna go to the Chamber of Commerce meeting, and I'm gonna say, do you have any pot growers? Because we need an easement. We don't want an easement. We want like a farm. And just for shits and giggles.
Now it's considered a working orchard by the city of Santa Rosa, so they can't touch it. Now it's protected as a heritage property that they can't mess with.
No,
Because we love people that are still have apple trees or oranges.
yeah, no, it's stupid. I'm from the city. It's all concrete, stone, glass.
Let me show you what.
Do you know what grass
Naomi
is? I didn't
sent
know
me.
what grass was till high school. Come on.
Look at that, a 40-piece Rubbermaid sent it. She sent me for my birthday with
It's
two of the big
Rosie's
boys
land.
here,
It's crazy.
all the way down.
Humans are something else.
Look how nice this is with the lids. So they're kind of pissed off a little bit that I outsmarted them with that. They were hoping I was gonna get off of the well, cap the well, get on city water.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Then they could say,
Wow.
you're not really an agricultural.
Psych, guess what? Honey,
What?
honey, honey.
So they eventually gave up, and you know.
But they grinded
But
on
they
your ass a little
they
bit.
grinded me. They wanted
Are
me
you
off of
kidding?
the well. I'm one of the last wells in the whole
You are smart.
Southwest, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, because I saw the agricultural ranch
I shit
thing.
you not, Rosie's daughter went to Berkeley. Do you know? You can't just buy your way into
Thank
Berkeley.
you, Naomi.
Okay, you gotta be
That's
smart.
beautiful. Look at that whole set of stuff. You have to keep one step ahead of these birds. If this place didn't have any fruit trees, it would have been gone 5-10 years ago. They
And
would have
what
said-
about-
They would have said, "Oh, you already have access for the road. You have a back access here. That's beautiful."
But what
There
about
should
the
be
land?
There should be a 12-unit apartment building on the back there.
But like the land, do you own all the land, or does it just go 2 inches? If you find oil, it belongs to them. Like it gets that
I
technical.
talked about that before. The last thing you want to do is strike oil here. You'll be sued. You'll be sued. Can you imagine a gusher going up in the neighborhood? Oh,
Right,
man,
but
there's
I'm just
cars-
saying,
there's
'cause-
cars slipping down Dutton Avenue. There's oil everywhere. You created a catastrophe here. Yeah, but it's oil. We don't care. We're California. We hate that.
That's
shit.
right. Swimming pools and movie stars, or movie stars and swim pool, however it goes.
Yeah, I jumped before. The last thing you want to do is hit oil here. That's the last thing you want to do. In
But
this-
let's just say we come upon a gold mine or something. Do you own it? Copper?
Yeah,
Whatever.
you own it. Yeah.
Let's say it's lithium. We own
Yeah,
it.
this is a freehold property, so you own. You also have the mineral
Rose
rights.
got all the tree rights,
Yeah, the water rights. See this.
water rights.
See the city wants you to stop pumping
very important.
groundwater here.
Uh huh.
They want everybody on city water hookups, so they're paying top buck for.
Uh-huh.
I couldn't hear.
Hexavalent chromium 6. Okay. Rosie,
Thank
when
you,
I worked in the
Naomi.
mountains, oh, it was the best water from the well.
Yeah, I love it when a plan works out. So I've always had to keep fruit trees here to protect. As old as that apple tree is, there's a fig tree too. As long as that's there,
Oh, you have a fig tree.
Yeah, I don't like the figs are really chasing me. I don't like
Really?
the figs.
What's wrong with it?
They're just very earthy tasting figs.
We need
They're not
fertilizer.
fig Newton wins.
Yeah, we need fertilizer or something.
They're just so.
Figs are so good, Rosie.
They run wild, bird. They have no shape to them.
It's
They're
a different.
just-
They do. You got to kind of
Yeah.
because they grow. Yeah, they could be a nuisance, but if they like the other trees and bear fruit, it's worth it.
So the city of Santa Rosa considered this a working ranch.
Oh, okay.
Even though it's in the city limits, it's classified as a
So-
multi-unit housing development, but currently in use as a ranch and agriculture.
So when Jenna comes, Buddy could bring all his friends, say horse, and all they could just play in our backyard.
Roam around the back. Hello,
Right?
Brick.
And the city say, what? What?
I only like socks, you know that. I don't care about that. I only like socks.
Huh?
That's my horse up there, socks. The boss of the show.
She bite Buddy.
And poor Preston's just along for the ride. Anyway,
horse
that's
bit me.
why I kept. That's why I did all this stuff, because I don't want to lose this to development. We don't need another road coming down here with people coming and going.
There's
like,
lots of land here. You could go somewhere else. You shouldn't, kick everyone off just because
yeah,
the
I
money
hear you.
moves
Papa
in.
travels.
You gotta
But can you
let
imagine
live.
people coming?
live and let live.
Can you imagine people coming and going through here all the time,
You're the one across the street.
and they're banging on your?
Have you seen my cat?
Because Blackbird's now the manager.
We're gonna open up a
It's
Airbnb
Friday night.
and give
We
them
have,
shit,
remember,
right?
Friday night we
We
have.
need about $5,000.
Birds
We'll
like,
get a
don't
TP.
forget, Friday
like a
nights we
nice
have
TP
the-
for 5, maybe 10 with the tariffs. I don't know.
Yeah,
An
Black-
Airbnb.
Blackbird's like, don't forget Friday nights we have cookout and beer on liquor on Friday nights. You have people coming in like crazy
Right.
down here.
And Rosie, she doesn't have a pad, but you could park your RV back
I've had plenty of RVs parked back
there. Yeah.
there. Yeah. Anyway, this is all zoned for multifamily development. If I sold this to somebody, within 24 hours they would take down every building here and put it into a roll-off dumpster and just clear this and use this for a new apartment house or something. That's what this would be. Within 24 hours, the backhoes would come in.
There's no more year and a half waiting list, Rosie?
No, I'm saying that the person that bought it
Uh,
would want to put it into immediate use for building an apartment complex or something.
population's growing here.
I don't know. They tell me people are moving away, and I'm like, where? I don't
Really?
see a place. We keep adding apartments here. Look at downtown. Look at 888.
The past 3 years, it did develop a little bit. Yeah, because we could see the new
I
stuff.
moved here. There were
It
100.
slowed down a little bit.
I moved here. There were 135,000 people in town. There was 200,000 people in town. Now we're putting up these LA size.
Because whoever zones it or whatever, they said you could build it however high, 100
Yeah, build a
stories.
veterinary clinic.
Right,
That's
whatever.
it.
So yeah, I worked at one house. It was 7 stories.
You have
And the
a
roof.
if your truck engine dies as soon as you start your engine, you have a fuel problem. Your fuel filter is probably clogged. You're starving your engine when it gets going. It's the only thing it could be is a fuel problem.
I can't see.
You have a fuel filter that's probably blocked.
I will try, but the internet doesn't work in the forest, and it doesn't work on the beach. And then when I'm with Buddy and stuff, I
You'll
don't
probably
know.
see Keith.
Maybe, yeah, if I'm with my friends, different. But Buddy,
Yes,
I'll give you
Kelly, I know how
a
to do it.
snippet.
I've done
but
more oil
no
changes
Jenna
than I care to
and
even
stuff
remember.
like that.
I used to do oil changes all the time, but I reached 60 years old. I said, I'm not crawling under a car anymore and doing oil changes. I'll take it to the man and let him just do it. So you have to be careful. The city of Santa Rosa is really crafty when it comes to infill development.
No, Jenny
within-
goes through the same thing with the city of Humboldt County. And I go, you pay taxes. You're local. You live there, and they grind on your ass that hard.
I mean, you tell they're just so
Uh-huh.
hot for infill development. We're going to have an apartment building that's going up next to the bank here. That lot, that's going to
The
be
bank's
an
gonna
apartment
sell it.
house.
Huh?
And
That's a
gonna
good
be
size.
like that's going to be like an 8-story apartment house there.
Oh, I'm gonna get a job.
Probably you will.
Rosie, I have good references. I just really haven't looked. I shit. You know, I went to meet Clark and they kind of laughed at me. Right. So whatever.
You wouldn't like working. You'd like to be outside.
I love me Clark. It's like
Yeah, well,
fuck,
you
are
could get a
kidding?
job down there. Why not?
But it's all family, or something.
No.
Rosie, it was the funniest shit, right? So they have a bench for the smokers.
Listen to this. Tom Space says San Francisco is imposing a tax on every home with a driveway.
Well, our tax
mean-
is going to be 13 point something, and then with the tariff, let's just say 15%.
What the hell? That's your own property. What do you care if it's a driveway or not?
Or with it, no, that would be 25%.
Are you
Okay,
kidding
thanks.
me?
We're socialist.
Oh, I don't know
or
about
what?
that, Cindy. You're too nice. You're way too kind. Please hit the like button. That's crazy, Tom. San Francisco is imposing a tax. Our city of Santa Rosa just announced they want to put a tax measure on the ballot to increase the sales tax to 10.5%. Can you imagine that? We just had increases in 2018, 2020. We have a high school they built that we'll be paying bonds on for the next 25 years. It's probably going to be closed in the next year or two. I mean, this city is just a joke. It's so piss poorly managed. And they have no concept. They never saw a tax they didn't like. Hey, Alan. And they'll all line up like seals. Or. Yeah, this is definitely a blue city. They don't even have a sales tax corkscrew. You're kidding. All these people trying to forward their taxes into the... They have a very light tax regime up there.
Oh, Mom, I'm sorry, we can feed you.
Hong Kong's smart. They just send you a little postcard once a year. This was your income reported. This is 10% of it.
Rosie's Chinese are so smart, they try to smuggle
Hey.
in this stuff to kill the fungus for the crops and stuff. And they said, barley, wheat, and hops is no more beer. Right? They said it could kill your livestock. It could kill humans, but we could deer. No more beer, we better stock up. And then
Hong
going to
Kong,
have a Chinese tariff on top of it, 50%.
they just send
or
you
it could be
a
150%.
postcard, that's
Who
it.
knows? It's a little like this nowadays.
But the beauty of that is in Hong Kong, they pay you 13 months salary for 12 months of work. So they're paying you your tax
Oh,
money
really?
to send in. Yeah,
So when I
they're
talk to
giving
these
you an ex-
unemployment
they're
people
giving you-
tomorrow, I'm going to go, my sick pay's only 5 days. The Chinese, what? The Chinese work 12 months and get
You
paid
work
for
12 months, they pay you a 13th month bonus.
what? 13 months.
And that's your taxes that you send in. There's no tax on capital gains. There's no investment tax on
Really?
dividends or anything.
And that's how the communist thing works.
they make their money off horse racing.
Ah!
Yeah.
What?
That's how the medical is paid for.
What about chicken
the
fighting?
Hong Kong
Do they
Jockey
do that,
Club,
Rooster?
they run betting parlors all over the city. And they have two of the biggest racetracks in the world
Oh, wow.
in Hong Kong. And they have huge
Oh, really?
pools. I mean, you'll have 50,000 people turn out to
Isn't that crazy?
do that. Yeah.
I don't know my
Hey,
cigarette.
MR.
Voila.
So there's no tax on capital gains. There's
I never would think that Chinese
Real
are into
estate,
horse
no
racing,
tax.
Rosie.
Oh, huge. Hong Kong is huge. There's a Royal
Wow.
Hong Kong Jockey Club. Some of the biggest thoroughbred racing in the world there.
Really?
We would have 10,000 people at Pimlico. They'd have 80,000 people at a track in Hong Kong. We'd have a $12 million purse. They'd have $12 million go through the betting. They'd have $200 million go through the betting.
And when is our fair
They have
come through?
off-track betting parlors in all the neighborhoods. Simulcast the race.
Really? Wow.
Oh, it was huge, huge. Hey, Mama Bear, how are
We're
you?
gonna charge my phone. I'm gonna go to Michael's and buy this lady some beads. Not anal beads or anything, but
Jeez, I hope not.
the lady that gave me the food. So talking to her
I
yesterday,
just had dental work done.
she said I like beads or something. So we're gonna go to Michael's and get her something, just for the kindness. We haven't even went through whatever else she gave us.
Yeah, I'm not really oriented that way. I mean, it's what's up front that counts. I'm not really worried.
So I'm
about-
not gonna take stuff from an old lady and not give something back. And barter.
Call
So
me, call
give
me,
me something.
call me
man.
traditional,
I'm gonna
right?
give you something. Right, so we gotta go to Michael's. We got more cat food. I paid for this. So then we got different kind of cat food.
Beads. Good Lord.
So this one's a different signature to like their own kind of bootleg stuff. Like Costco does it too. What's it called? Kirkland?
Yeah, Kirkland.
Yeah, so it's like a
Which
bootleg.
is really just private label by companies. making
Yeah, they have scotch. Guess what? It's another scotch company that puts a label.
I guess we'll wait till you get back from your vacation to get the Costco card. There's no point going now. You know. I'm not going to be using it that much. It's pointless. Wait till you get back.
Yeah. I gotta start watching my budget
That'll be the day.
because my money, I won't get it till the end of next week because I have an appointment Monday with the bank. It took me days,
You've
like,
been working too, so.
and then so it's gonna take 3 to 5 days for that money to go cha-ching. And then we bought this other kind, right? We gave him one. It's a different kind.
I've heard of this before. You're spoiling it too much, bud.
I know it's ridiculous. I could eat a steak
They're
every
gonna
night
have a
from
hard-
Oliver's.
They're going to have a hard fall when you leave town.
No, because we're gonna make sure you feed them and give you the thing. Because I got 7 cats, so
It'll make
I'm
me,
gonna do
it'll
the
make
math.
me fill out a daily report.
Time card, like we'll write it down.
Well, what are you going
who
through in
ate what?
Canada, lovely one? They'll be overfetishing. They will never even notice the difference, Blackbird.
Yeah, they'll just be hanging out
So,
here. What
Yeah,
is
they'll
that?
move their location. Simba will be sleeping inside here. Be no different.
All right, so this is what we got.
Did you just get that, or was that part of the old?
I just got
lady
it today.
stuff? Okay.
That's why I'm gonna go get her some
Yeah,
beef because she
fire
gave me
roasted
another.
is like, I don't know, man.
What could you
Is
use
that
it for?
garlic or
Tacos?
whatever? See, it's got roasted garlic.
And I like garlic. No?
Pretty stiff when you get down.
How come?
It's okay. I mean, it's some people like stuff that's pre-seasoned with the garlic.
It says USDA organic.
She seems like the kind of woman that just
She's a
buys
organic.
organic.
So,
So, let me see.
this one I've never heard of it. No salt added. Okay.
Would she low
All
sodium?
natural cut green beans. No preservatives. Let's see how many preservatives wine has in the pepper.
Stoked.
Oh, and I bought more cat food. Okay. So we got this stuff.
But still got a little bit.
Two.
Not much sodium.
This is cat food. That's for Simba.
I expect Bird to open one of these and I accidentally ate cat food, man.
Oh my God, Rosie, the stuff we get him, I could put in the frying pan.
I
It
know.
looks like people food.
I know. I know. I know.
We go to the feed store. The stuff that I got from the feed store, it don't look like this. Yeah, no, it does not.
Like, I'm just waiting for Bird's so worried that the cats are going to starve to death, man. Yeah, but Rosie, you don't understand. They're used to being overfed, right? You're going to put them on a lean
Wait,
cuisine.
there's more. Rosie, we're gonna have to have a cook-off this weekend because I got all kinds of. I got
All right,
romaine lettuce.
okay.
I got those little tomatoes. I got some stuff.
So what should we pick up?
Well, I'm gonna show you what I have. I like burgers because I have a
That
bunch
steak
of
looked a
cheese.
little weird. Did you give that to Fabian?
I did.
Okay, good.
I don't want
wasn't
any of
gonna-
that frozen
I wasn't gonna eat that. That looked brown and down, man. I'm
Yeah,
just
no,
saying.
I'm not.
man.
I got spoiled.
I'll see
All
about
of it.
picking up something for Saturday night.
So Sunday's a big thing, and Friday. Tomorrow we'll get sushi, and we'll plan for the weekend, Saturday and Sunday.
I'll check that.
I have
I'm
to
going to
work
go to
Saturday.
Safeway tomorrow.
That'd
so
be good if you.
I'll
did.
see what they
After you
got.
cook, because-
I'll see what they got at Safeway.
So look, she gave me this.
What else you got? Oh, that's nice. That's rotelli.
Rotelli stuff.
That's okay.
Oh, look, you gave me some coupons. How sweet. Burger King. Oh, look.
Was that before or after you kicked her out of her apartment? So you got to go
Well,
now.
they have to move because they're going to
That's
start
what
the
I
third
said.
phase.
Did she get the word yet? Is she still? Does she understand she has to leave?
That's why she's given all this stuff. She's not like going to carry it or
Okay.
whatever.
Might not have comprehended yet.
She give back to other people.
She might not. It might not have sunk in yet that you have to leave, honey. You can't hang around.
She's, guess where they're going to be staying, Rosie?
At the 888.
Yes, I said you're going to have a nice bridge and
Wow.
all kinds of
I
stuff.
can't believe they're putting up at the 888.
I told her I worked there. I closed that thing down. I had the keys. Yeah.
Show her the picture of you hanging on with your safety thing out front.
And so I got good references. He's the guy that works at the. He's like part of the city council or something.
I don't know. We have brand new cars, but new.
I'm gonna go over there and say we need an easement for the bike trail because it's not safe for me crossing the trail with my beer or the road with my beer. We need the trail to connect to the other trail. And just for shit
I
to
guess we'll
giggles.
have. We'll get some kind of beef for Saturday night. We'll do some more mashed potatoes and shit.
I have so
I
much
have some
stuff
mushrooms I gotta use.
I have
these
mushrooms
mushrooms
too.
I gotta use.
Mine
gotta
are not a
use.
week old. They're Bellas.
Mine are about a week old.
Yeah.
I gotta use them.
Oh look, we got.
Yeah, Cindy, that would
This
be
is a
2,400
grocery
a month
store.
here.
Right?
See
Really?
that?
Spaghetti.
Private label. Wow,
That's
she
a
gave you
grocery
lot
store.
of stuff.
Yes. And then oatmeal or something. Is it oatmeal?
Yeah.
Oh, how sweet. And then look, more stuff. Oh, what is this stuff?
Oh, that's good. That's regular diced tomatoes.
The
You
good
can
stuff.
give them
right?
to me anytime. They're
Okay, here, you can
good.
have one.
There we go.
You'll mix this
Because I
with
make my own sauce.
Oh,
so
you?
That's good.
And then what is this? Olives. Oh, olives.
Black olives, they're good.
Look at those. And then black beans. Got black
They're good
beans.
with. I prefer them to
Tacos.
refried beans. I always like black
Right.
beans in place of
And
refried.
got vegetarian
I'll
vegetables.
take that.
Oh, I want it.
Ah, shit. Friday, you know I don't eat meat. Why can't you give me the vegetarian veg? You know Fridays I don't eat meat.
Oh, you don't.
No, of course not.
All right, what else do you want?
That's it. Could you tell her thank you?
Yes.
these
I'm
two.
gonna go
That's
buy her
all.
some beads. Rosie, I don't know what kind of
You'll
beads
spend
you have.
more on beads than she gave you.
Who
Jeez.
cares?
Because you told me I have to watch my budget. Remember that?
No, but barter.
What's the best thing Black
And
Girl could
Vegas.
do? Let me
Look,
handle your money. You'll have
you
$20,000 at the end. Oh, you got an onion too?
Yes.
Good,
You
we're all
have
set.
to look after
Oh,
your
your lot
children.
rent. Okay.
and teach them well. You
Wow,
have to
they
make it
put lot rent
your
$1,200
elders?
a month. Wow.
same thing. So, oh, sweet
I
old
don't know
lady.
if Dory Lynn has lot rent.
We're gonna go make her smile. I mean, you know what I mean? It's fair. So
What does she
$20
wanna
a
do?
bead.
What does she want to do with the beads? I mean, I don't.
She
get-
makes jewelry or whatever. Like I don't know. I didn't.
Could
Like,
you get her like $10 worth instead of 20?
I'm gonna go to Mega. I don't know. I don't even know what kind of beads to get. I have no clue.
Man, if I handled his money, he'd have $20,000 in the bank, and he'd have stocks. He'd have all kinds of shit. He'd be like, oh man,
I would
I
have
can't
a
believe it. I got a portfolio.
Starbucks portfolio.
Now, I got
okay.
silver futures. I got everything. Oh, no lot rent apartment.
So we
okay.
think, Rosie, we could make stuff, right?
No lot rent. Oh, Dory
This is
Lynn, I
cat
thought
food.
you were
This
in
is
your
cat.
RV. He
This
needs to
is-
save. I can't get him to save money. I so wish he'd let me handle his money.
So Rosie, look at.
He would call me from
Oh, look at my
Humboldt saying, I
pantry.
need some money for some grass. I'd say,
Getting back.
I'm sorry, I got a bad connection.
The pot's free up there.
I'm sorry, the phone's not working.
Yeah, the pot's free.
I
It's
know you
different.
hear what I'm saying. I need money. I know you
I
hear
need some
me.
crack, Rosie, not pot.
I'd be like, I'm sorry.
We're
I can't hear what
cracking
you're
up
saying.
over
I
here.
got a bad connection. I'll talk to you later.
Oh,
Oh, he'd be happy at the end of the year. There's $20,000 in the bank.
Right,
Are you
Bitcoin.
kidding me?
Bitcoin stuff. Not Instagram Bitcoin. That would be off, but I'm just saying.
Oh, okay, Dory Lynn. Well, good for you, honey. I'm happy for
No,
you.
ice cream, man. I'm drunk.
Bird's weed lasts for hours. I hate to say things because it goes for the highest THC,
No,
35%.
Smoke whatever.
I've never seen him use a 12 or 15. But that's a waste of money. I can't. He's very analytical when it comes to which weed to buy. It's like it's all carefully calculated.
Look, Rosie, these
Show
are
me
really
the
good.
highest
Look.
THC.
So it says American. So
They're grown in California.
so the ones that I have are Chinese in my cover.
Probably.
Rosie, we seen this can of cat food or human
Tracy,
food.
California.
It was a vegetable. It said from China. It was a couple years. I'd never seen one like that before.
That's it. It's from Tracy out near Stockton. They must have a farm out
All right.
there.
Well, we're gonna do it up.
Yeah, Bird's excellent at weed math. He can calculate THC and cost and all that. His simple
We're
thing
gonna
is
have a couple
get me the
trees
highest
this year.
THC you sell, whatever it is. Yeah, I know, Cindy.
I think.
I know. But I'm saying if he had his money managed, he'd never have an issue in life.
And your
Never.
girlfriend,
But he likes
something like
to go to the pawn shop.
Jennifer
he likes to
Aniston
talk
or
to the
Courtney
people.
Cox or somewhere.
His bank is really his tools. He'll just go down there and pawn his shit again. And there it is. So, I'd have him. You know, we're invested in Hawaiian Electric now after the Maui fire. Everything's going good again. Here goes a good
I need a
investment.
job. You think they'll give me a job?
$11, $10.50 a share, good. After 2 years, it's $14-15. Yeah, we're doing good. Hell, my mind, just buy cheap. It's smart about it.
So we're gonna go get some beads. Rosie, what kind of beads? Like native beads or just a variety pack?
What does she do? Does she do like the fine Indian
Well, she got.
beading?
I don't think so, but like hippy dippy jewelry,
hippy-dippy
like
shit.
earring, but kind of native.
What you want to do is you want to get a set that has all different color beads and
Different.
stuff,
Oh, yeah.
and
So
nylon cord that you use.
whatever.
She love that shit.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't tell anybody how to spend their money. As long as Bird pays, I don't give a shit. You know, he can dance upside down. I do want him to clean that place
I
before
will,
he leaves.
Rosie.
I want the fridge open and I want to turn the breaker off and everything.
I have to do the laundry, more laundry, and I need something like something to put it in because I have so many clothes.
Why don't you get rid of some clothes?
No, because I
And
spend
do
a lot
your
of money.
laundry
On it.
more.
I spend a lot of money on it.
You have 10 times more clothes than I have.
I don't go to Walmart, so a lot of money is your jeans. But
I don't even tell Blackbird what to do. I just figured.
You should see the clothes I have in my store.
hell
It look
was
like
that?
high school. I dress
What
like
the
this.
hell was that?
It's an air compressor or something.
Oh,
Or it sounds like a truck, like a tire.
give me whiskey, I'm telling you.
So yeah, I have funny clothes in my storage. I go, I used to dress like this. I have my mom's clothes in my storage. I'm like, what is
You're
this?
just a pack rat.
I am. But
So
I
I
still have
told
my
him, don't
storage.
bring any more shit here on that. Copper, I don't care, but other stuff, I don't want anyone else.
Yes, we're done. That's
Get
it.
all that crap cleaned out. I want to look at it and just see a building there.
Okay.
Cans, golf clubs. Your rent is inside of that place, not outside.
My poor platter.
That damn flu. I hate that thing. Never did anything with that. Takes a couple years to figure out Blackbird. Let me tell you. And once you figure them out, it's all right. Keep your expectations low. That was an interesting Etruscan vase that you have over there.
Oh, you like
That
that?
job.
Yeah,
Well,
I
I
saw
didn't say
that.
I liked
Grabbed
it.
it.
I didn't say I like it. But,
It's like Solstice's tombstone. It's old. It's not pre-Columbian, but something like that. I like that pre-Columbian stuff.
yeah, we got the June bloom now, so mornings. It
And
takes
I
till
like
about
iron.
11 o'clock, and then that's it. It
Not gates.
finally burns off about 11 or noon. Good sleeping weather. But,
You hear that? Simba? Look, this is all good stuff, Rosie.
I'm not complaining.
I hooked up Fabian with
I'm not
all
complaining.
that
I'm
stuff.
surprised that I'm not going to eat that meat, though, that beef that you had.
That's why I was freaking out. I said, Fabian, if you don't come over and get it, I'm going to go to the mission right now and give it to someone. And then that's what I swear, that's what I was going to do. And I don't have the room, and I'm not going to eat it. I'm sorry.
I'm going to get some beef for Saturday night.
The poor old lady that lived in the Palisades, my friend rented a room, she said, don't eat the
What's
food.
left of the palace?
And the lady is so sweet. Oh, honey, would you like that? Or made that? And like, I eat it. He's like, don't eat the food. Oh, shoot.
Some of these old birds, you know, the 1950s.
I'm like, I'm hungry. No, I can't be rude. We'll
That-
fix up her house for
nah.
free. Yeah, we volunteered
That
on
beef
that
didn't
house.
look.
It's gone.
That beef didn't look good.
No, it didn't. And it was a
And
discount.
I thought to myself, God, I hope Bird doesn't ask me.
I hope-
to take this.
I knew better. I thought about it, but I go, there's no way. Rosie get reject staff. Like,
I mean, I ate low, but not that low, right? I mean, I'm down on the food chain, but
so
even
I don't
I
know.
have my
He's
limit.
my friend. So if
Like-
you want it, you
Like
can
the
have it.
old lady food, I got to check real carefully.
I would eat that stuff. He said, don't eat the food. I eat every
Like,
time.
This food, I would put it in a pan and cook it up and, and just eat it. Oh, it looked so good. I was jealous of the
Oh
cat.
my God, Rosie! Here, let's open it.
Oh no, you got too much food down there now. You piss so much money away on food. God almighty.
This is
These
the
cats
new
are
cat
eating like we live in Beverly Hills or something.
It's a cat food I never got before. Let's see what it looks like. I'm gonna put it in my frying pan.
Avengers, buffalo. Wow. Cooked in its own broth.
Let's see what it looks like.
This one, buffalo meat, water sufficient for liver, guar gum, whatever the hell that is.
It's gum to make the thing stick.
God knows we got plenty of buffalo on the plains
Look at
these
that.
days. What is this one?
Look.
A can of chunks.
Trader
of
Joe's.
rice.
She goes to Trader
Beef
Joe's.
and tuna. Well, it's a rough combo, man.
I know, but look at it. It looks good. Oh, this one's a pate. It's okay.
Kentucky, Auburn, Kentucky.
We're
That's
trying
enough
different
for 'em.
ones.
Give it to them, yeah. Oh, man.
This for Simba and Skywalker.
Gabe, behave yourself.
You got ham. Here's you little varmints.
Behave yourself. I already said the N-word. Nice. All right. I only said the N-word once on YouTube, like about 6 years ago. All right. And I took a beating, and I did my apology tour on that. So we're past that now, Gabe. Something I grew up hearing. I don't want to hear it these days. We're past that now. God, it's 2025, not 1965.
All right, hey, you little varmints, we got more stuff right here. Buffalo. Damn.
Amy, I don't remember, you know.
Yum, yum.
And I don't mean that in a disrespectful way. I have thousands of subscribers. They come and go. Good welcome. Good to see you. Oh, by the way, mark your calendars. Terror is coming up the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah, of November. Yeah, I think I remember Amy's life journey. I'm not sure, honey. I've been here so long, 14 years. So Terror will be coming up in early November, which is beautiful weather here. It's super comfortable, super nice. It's gonna be good. Yeah, I know I read it, Ronnie. I don't know what the hell I did. Usually I don't do that, but that N-word, I just said this guy's it's a house N. I don't know what it was. I guess that was set up or whatever. I don't know. That's not who I am, though. That's not me. Anybody that's been here knows that I grew up in a very integrated environment, and it always grated on me. Yeah, patience is a virtue. We need to practice more virtues in society. Fortitude.
So, Rosie,
We've
you want
lost
to match my money?
we've lost the ability to have masculinity and
You want to
fortitude.
manage my money, Rosie?
I told you at the end of the year to have 20. You'd have
Okay,
20.
well, check this out. We
You'd
went to
have
the bike store.
$20,000.
They
You would.
said $35. By the time it came out with the tariff, taxes, and license, it's $85 for my stupid eyeballs on my bicycle.
This tariff stuff.
And
I
we're
would have
like-
left that bike shop.
We're still like, you know
I
what,
would have
Wally
gone
World?
down the community bike.
Eat your heart out, Wally World.
I would have
okay?
gone down the community bike and gotten a lighted community bike for $2. All right, but you need to have top of the line lights, which I don't really blame you. Did it work? Did you try it yet?
No, because I haven't ridden at night.
Look at how aggressively, Bird. You better clean. They'll just
I
throw.
will. But the thing about it is,
I hate to see that. My poor property is taking a beating. I got the art tables.
I have a killer art tape, and I don't do anything with it. It's sad. It's pathetic. But I have the best one, like outdoor killer. Okay.
All right, we're gonna remain calm. We're gonna remain focused here. We had dental work done today. Elevated testosterone.
I think it's affecting Rosie's brain. The
Yeah,
nerve-
Greta Thunberg sails. Yeah, Greta Thunberg.
What is it?
She's sailing towards Palestine, right, towards Gaza. Greta Thunberg, the little environmentalist,
Oh, I don't know.
3 feet tall or whatever.
Oh, really? Like a Oompa Loompa?
Like
is
a-
it? Michael
I
Jackson
don't
looked
want
like
to
an
say
Oompa
anything.
Loompa.
If I say something, people will
I'm just
tear
kidding.
me up. I'm not going to say anything. First, they numb me. They ground the tooth down. They cut away the gums, and they chopped away bone on the side of my tooth to be able to properly seat a new crown so it would be below gum level. Hour and a half. Oh man, yeah.
Went a little different stuff today.
Yeah, I never even get to see Skywalker.
He's inside. I'm trying to brainwash him.
Oh, you can't hate dentists. Now they had to remove bone so that they could get the crown to fit properly. Yeah, you've said that before, Amy. I got it. I know. Funny to see Blackbird collecting cans aggressively. Here you go, Blackbird.
Oh, thank you. I like these cans. Look, we got to show you. It's got a fish on it for all you fishermen.
It's our
isn't it?
hunter. It's our special collector's can.
Oh, did you see the Grateful Dead can?
Yes.
It looked like a Pepsi can or something.
Yeah, but you know I don't drink citrusy beer.
It looked like a soda pop or something. One side looked like Pepsi, the other side looked like Coca-Cola.
I don't want ale that. Man. Yeah, we don't need Amy. We don't need somebody shows up after 10 years. Just move ahead, right? I don't got time for bullshit anymore. So there's your cranky, okay? Can crusher. I got Blackbird's the can crusher. You know what I mean, Corkster? I don't need all bullshit of stuff. Somebody started up their bike next door. I don't know, this guy's got a Yamaha or something. You know, people, they come back 10 years later, and, you know, unless you kiss their ass or whatever. Yeah, had some work done today. I mean, I really had some work done. An hour and a half. And I got to go back to 26th.
It's a good
I
thing.
haven't even checked all my other teeth. Imagine what other.
Let's come with directions, right?
Yeah.
Good thing for me. It says for a perfect pasta, bring 4 to 6 quarts of water to a boil. It says salt to taste. Add pasta and reboil. What does that mean?
What, let it come back up to a boil again.
Okay.
When you put the pasta in, it's going to cause the temperature to drop. It'll take a couple minutes till it reboils.
Stirring occasionally, cook and drain.
Yeah, this person hasn't done anything for Amy. The 7 years didn't do anything on here. 7 years ago did something.
How sweet. We're gonna go to Michael's right now. What time is it, Rick?
It is 7:32. They'll be closed by the time you get down.
They close at 9. We looked.
Cancer's only a half hour.
So
My
we're gonna get
grandfather
on.
died of asbestos lung because he, in the 1930s,
Pretty
he
good for Michael's.
changed,
We have one here, believe it or not.
he changed asbestos brake linings and brakes for trains at the Washington Naval Yard in D.C. Nobody knew asbestos was bad then. You
Because
had to
everything
change all
had
the
it.
brakes,
And lead,
all the chains,
lead
brakes
gas,
on.
lead paint.
Yeah, you had to change all the brake shoes on locomotives.
Oh, wow.
And shit. And they have like 10 pairs of brake shoes per locomotive. That's a lot of
Oh, on a
asbestos.
train? Are you kidding me?
Yeah. Yep. He weighed about 80 pounds.
Oh,
See it?
it's like Aaron Brockovich or something.
Yeah, don't forget the salt. Yeah, I went through it, Angus, and it's over.
Look,
That's it.
my pantry's coming up to par again. We're gonna have some good stuff this weekend. And Rosie, whatever you're gonna cook, I have like all kinds of vegetables and salad.
Well, I'm looking around.
This onion, this goes
Saturday.
with steak. So Sunday with a steak, I would like
Saturday.
to saute. I know, but when I cook, I'm thinking saute the onions because I like that in my steak. It would be nice. I don't know how
What
much
about
money
your,
I have.
Dank mushrooms.
Oh my God, Rosie, we made these mushroom Swiss burgers, and I have to be responsible.
never
I could go to
even-
bed. Yeah, and we slept so good. It was like,
Always make sure you turn the gas off.
yeah, always.
Oh, man. Tough guys.
We got olives. We take. When we're at the golf course, we're like, olive oil. We need some spinach, right? We'd be all. And people go, hey, this ain't beef.
I like black olives. They're good.
Yeah.
They're good.
I have this one bottle, so I can't open it. So I don't know. If it's
You can't open it?
I can't. That's Skywalker.
Skywalker.
He needs to eat more.
Oh, he eats plenty. He's
Have
a
you
rogue.
seen that black cat? How big he is? He looks like Monkey. He's huge. He pets me. I mean, I pet him.
Not a fan.
He loves me,
Not a fan.
right? He loves me, and we don't have a name for
Just
him.
comes over
I
for
can't
food.
name him my cat name because it's not my cat.
Since when did that ever stop us?
So we have to come up with a different name.
Probably half the cats here and other homes they go to. Stuff.
Right? First year, lady came, oh, that's my cat. And then never saw him again, but they said, oh, yeah, that one. Aurora chased
Yeah, well,
socks.
Nancy and Eric moved away. So.
So Aurora, a girl, fixed, beat up all the other cats, but chased Socks around. Like, a girl chased the boy cat around. Like, isn't it supposed to be the other way around?
That was a tough cat.
Yes.
Aurora,
I thought it was a
Siamese,
boy, because they're kicking him
chocolate
in butt.
Seal Point Siamese or something. That was always over here.
And then they had another cat that looked like a wild cat, but no, the cat.
Bird's like, oh, Ghostface, he's so handsome. It's the ugliest cat I ever saw in my life.
Because
This
he's,
thing,
he's
big-headed thing.
He's like the Lion King. He's the top of it. He's wild, whatever. And he's the father of all the other varmints. Okay.
So, It's the Abraham.
Oh shoot.
Jeez. He's the original sinner, man.
Right? He might not be too handsome.
That cat killed 2 cats. He killed Trotsky and he killed Lenin on the front street. I'd hear him out front, chase him out into the road at night time. They'd be behind the bushes out front. He'd go chasing, he'd panic and be off to the front street and then get flattened. We lost 2 in like a month they were out there. Here's some therapy. All right, guys. Well, listen, Blackbird, my mouth is, I'm going to take it easy tonight. We got a big night of drinks and fun tomorrow. I'll pick up something tomorrow night for Saturday.
I'm gonna get some sushi.
Yeah, I said for Saturday.
Yeah,
pick up something.
And then I'm gonna figure out something Sunday.
Yeah, I'm gonna enjoy this tomorrow.
And then we're gonna go through.
Oh,
whatever.
You know what? She got this shit from the
Trader
Redwood
Joe's.
Empire Food Bank. This ain't Trader Joe's.
She got Trader Joe's back.
Yeah, but this ain't. This is. They come around with the big truck.
But look, alphabet soup. We got alphabet. So you can
Guys.
spell capital
Thanks so
F,
much,
something,
everybody, for
fill in
being
the
here.
blanks,
I was wondering,
right?
like, Trader Joe's doesn't carry that.
I don't know.
This is from Redwood Empire Food Bank. She got it off the truck that comes around.
Oh, the other lady did that. She
Yeah.
says, I don't want, she goes to the food bank. She gave me stuff too. The other lady.
Now we're eating on the food bank. Thank you guys for everything. Naomi, thank you once again for the wonderful Rubbermaid things. To my moderators, Shimei and Ronnie, thank you so much. Corkster, keep those profits coming. Night, everybody. Oh, that was funny. I'm looking at this